The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Hi! Welcome to Sunset City.
Hello. Are we going ahead doing the intro? Like, what is happening?
Well, I said I would do the cold open. I didn't say I would do the intro.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, because he put his arms up.
You get it because he's got a new model that he wanted me to do a special procedure to get up and running.
Okay, don't start with me.
Oh, everyone's in 3D except for me, but that's gonna change.
Yeah.
Hey,
Frank
Pup,
is
can you share it? Can you like screen share this thing and use like an alpha key on it, and then you're gonna...
Literally, okay, chat. Literally, I know a lot of you aren't streamers, but listen to this for a second. I said, listen, I made this very nice PNG tuber that has like 12 different emotions that I want to use on stream, and I said, Pup, can you screen share this window so I can use it on the podcast? And he said, nope, impossible.
I didn't say it was. It's a new procedure. It was 3 minutes before we started, and also...
Yeah, but it wasn't 3 minutes, because we waited for Trey.
How many emotions do I have? How many emotions does Frank have? How many emotions does Trey have? Why should you have so many emotions?
Because I've got a lot of damn emotions, Pup, and I want to show them off.
You're so special. You're so... Yeah, you got loads of emotions. You know what that makes you? You know what it makes you? It makes you a woman, Dylan. It makes you a woman,
That's
okay?
fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Only women have emotions, okay?
That's okay.
Men do not.
Anyway, welcome to Sunset City, the classic podcast for the Sonic Age.
I was going to say, Macho Men have emotions. There's a Macho Man Randy Savage interview.
Oh my God.
I'm here with my emotions.
I've turned off my noise gate, so now you won't have me cut out at every other word. So
there you go.
That's too bad. We'll be able to hear him now. Fuck.
Hey, listen. All right, well,
Welcome.
Dylan, since you insist on being the star of the show with your many emotions, why don't you do the thing? Why don't you do the thing?
Yeah, welcome to the Sunset City podcast. Today, I'm here with me, Garrula64, and also Channel Pup.
Yo, I was just getting a sip of my pip, so you know how it is.
Yeah, the piss, yeah.
The piss.
We also have Gotta Be Frank, the only non-3D boy at the time.
I don't know about that one. It's just I didn't send Pup anything for it.
You are literally the retro revival.
No, he's the 2D section of this podcast. That's what Frank is.
No, I don't want to be the Sonic Colors of the podcast.
Yeah, he's just an 8-bit guy in a 64-bit world.
Yes. Look, I'm taller than Pup now. My avatar is bigger than Pup. It's accurate anymore.
I can't be 16-bit, really?
Nah.
I mean, I guess you
gotta be 8-bit because 8-bit sucks.
Gotta be 8-bit to pander to a bunch of
8-bit
normies.
doesn't suck. What are you talking about?
8-bit sucks.
Look, let's be honest. 16-bit was better because I grew up with it, okay?
So one time I played an 8-bit Sonic game and I thought, man, this is only half the bits. I hate it.
I mean, I think there's a lot of reasons to hate the 8-bit Sonic games, but that's not specifically the reason I would choose.
Also,
to be
I love
fair,
how you're...
Sonic Chaos and Sonic Triple Trouble did an amazing job at translating.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Like
games.
8-bit visuals
Sonic
into.
Chaos is like
Triple
Trouble.
Trouble.
Easy, though.
Yeah.
Triple Trouble is like if you
great.
play one Game Gear Sonic game, Triple Trouble is the one to play. But like
That's the one.
Yeah.
completely.
Well, I mean, now that
Sonic
there's
1 and 2.
now that there's a fan remake, I don't know about that anymore.
Well, I mean,
Well,
like
okay,
if you
so
gotta do
I think
8-bit.
The Triple Trouble remake is really different from the original Triple Trouble, so I feel like you can get two different experiences from those two things.
Hey Trey, isn't it
Just
rude
pretty
how
nice.
Dylan didn't introduce you? It's so rude, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, right?
We
Like,
got
I'm
into a
still-
conversation. Trey's here too.
Hey, everyone.
You shouldn't have allowed us to get into a conversation. You're the leader.
Hey, I don't want to hear it. Okay. And that's everybody. We have everyone here. It's a full house today, fellas.
Speaking of bits, we gotta go to the fish tank for Twitch.
Oh, and yeah,
3.
Fish Tank, and we have some shout-outs.
Why don't you read the shout-outs, Dylan? Do you have the weed up?
No, but I can.
Yeah, get it up. You do the readouts for the Patreon shout-outs, and then the
Sounds good.
housekeeping. Don't forget the
Love doing that, right?
housekeeping.
Yes. So, first of all, I
The
guess housekeeping makes
housekeeping.
sense to come before that. Housekeeping, if you give us super chats during the stream, we're going to read them at the end because we don't want to disrupt the flow more than we already are disrupting it with our tangents. And also, we have a Patreon and now channel memberships that you can use to support the stream, and you get various bonuses that you can find by clicking on the join button below the stream, or most likely on the Patreon page.
The kind of bonus that I get when I see Rouge the Bat.
Yeah. So become a Bat Enjoyer tier today. But anyway, thank you very much to everyone who's supporting in our $10 tiers for our Patreon and channel members. They are My Great Rolls, Ven101, Aiden Fitzgerald, Stardust Chaos, Crimson Rose, and Mr. SP. Thank you very much. And remember, we'll be doing a call-in segment later today. So if you guys are in the Discord, which you get for being a part of our channel memberships,
and in a $10 tier,
you might have the chance to call in and talk with us about Sonic stuff or whatever for a few minutes.
3 minutes per person. I do not want to hear anything more from you, and it's going to be really funny to hear you guys under pressure.
Listen, I fought for you guys to have more than 3 minutes, but it just didn't work out.
I'm just such an introvert, you know?
Fair.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Is there anything else we need to go over in the housekeeping, or nah?
We said super chats were going to be right at the end, right?
Then cut the tape! Cut the tape! Cut the tape and open the city!
Cut the tip.
Come on.
All right,
Mike Pollock, who let you in here?
What?
All right, come on. Let's go into this then. So let's just do a quick ass warm up topics. 2 warm up topics. The fucking cross. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So first topic is. This isn't really Sonic related as such, but it will be because Sonic will inevitably be having releases on this. The Switch 2 has been officially revealed.
Hooray!
In a little showcase video, no less. Showcasing its slightly larger screen and its magnetized Joy-Cons, which I'm a bit worried might be a bit of a pain in the dick if they don't have some kind of locking system. But everything else looks pretty chic.
They do,
you know, it looks visually really pretty. And, you know, I saw an article, I can't remember who it was by, I think it was Game Informer, but I'm not 100% sure, where they were like, oh, remember when Nintendo used to surprise us? And I'm like, wow, what a great strategy. Take something that's a cool idea and then not improve it and just throw the baby out with the bathwater every time. What a great idea. That has never gone wrong in the history of Sonic Lost World.
It's so funny because some people are like, this is just like the Wii U thing. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not, because people thought the Wii U was an accessory. Like, that's the problem. That's the reason why that name sucked so hard. Is because...
What do you mean the PlayStation 2 isn't an accessory for the PlayStation 5? 1, not 5.
Learn to count.
That would be crazy if it was.
I do like how every time Dylan's avatar talks, he has like a huzzah pose. Like, huzzah!
He's so extra. He's so extra. And he wanted 12 more emotions on top of this.
You know what?
I had so many fucking emotions.
To be fair to Dylan, I was doing some cool poses and everything. The poses I ended up with are actually from like Sonic Rush. It's like Sonic's like thinking pose and then his like talking pose and whatever. But I wanted one where I had like, and I might still do this, where I have like the headphones on the desk whenever I'm away or something. I think that would be kind of cute.
Idea.
Well, I tell you what we'll do.
He's going to make you do this.
Well, I was going to say, you know what we can do is we can get these things prepped, but give me fucking time to implement it. And
we had time.
We had 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, this was
not 3 minutes. We waited
minute.
for Trey. It was like 10 minutes at least.
And before we do that, we have to have a Sunset City Direct to reveal it.
It would be cool to have like
Dylan comes with 12 emotions now on top of the existing 10 that he used to have. Before he had crying, he had crying some more, he had eating a tuna sub, more crying. Now he's got 5 different types of crying on top of it.
Oh, you need a low poly tuna sub sandwich now. You need it.
I will make you one if you want.
Yes, I can hold it up. That's when my guy goes huzzah, I can have the sub above me.
I will make that for you if you want.
Oh, you know what? Frank actually works.
So
Frank works in this context because he's Paper Mario. That's what it is.
Oh,
we got
Frank. I see.
Yeah, he's Paper Mario.
It's like Mario Generations.
It all works out.
Well, you know how it is.
Yeah, but Switch 2.
We don't
I'm
know
excited
much
for it.
about spec. We don't really know much about its capabilities.
it's bigger.
Only
Like we've
rumors,
seen
yeah.
that it's like the size comparison is very nice in my opinion. Like it doesn't look like it's gonna be as heavy as the Steam Deck, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't think it's as big either, but it's like a similar size. Like it's a lot bigger than the Switch, which I like.
If
That's what I was kind of afraid of because like whenever we first heard rumors of it being bigger and everything, the Switch is already kind of a bigger handheld, especially at the time it was. And like I know
very thin,
handhelds
though.
have just gotten bigger since then, but I didn't want it to be to a point where it's like, okay, I'm just carrying around just like a laptop screen with controls on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like
will
I would
say
hope it would
that-
still be portable. Yeah.
Like, I think I am worried about the whole magnet system. Like, there needs to be a fail-safe or a thing in there in case like
Oh,
you
there
lose the
has to
magnets
be.
or stop working.
They test that stuff out very regularly.
Yeah, well, they clearly
yeah.
didn't test it out the first time because Joy-Con drift was a thing for the entirety of the Nintendo Switch's lifespan.
I mean, that happened to a lot of new controllers though. Like that was kind of happening to everybody because I think
it
like
shouldn't though. It never used to
PS5
the
happen.
also
Like,
manufacturer
has
that
that
everyone was
2
getting
days.
joysticks from, I think, right?
Funny
Um,
enough, Xbox was the only one that I didn't see much in terms of the drift conversation, but PlayStation and Nintendo
The
absolutely
other-
had that
The
problem.
other thing I'll say is, I think with the Switch 2, they did have an ample opportunity to make the Joy-Cons a little bit more ergonomic. I know a big part of the Switch's design is its simplicity, but it does frustrate me that there's no kind of nice back grip to it. Like, that's one of the things is, like,
Yeah.
I, for my Switch, got some,
Yeah.
like, little ergonomic casing for it. It's not like a full-on, like, what's the name of that? Hori pad or whatever it is. It's not like that, but it's just a little something just to make it feel a little nicer in the hand. They had ample opportunity to implement that here, and they didn't, and that's frustrating. But it means they could sell more accessories, so there you go.
Well,
like,
It's also weird because they have like the sensors on the bottom of the Joy-Cons, and you see them slide around the presentation, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they could be used as like mice, like mouse, like mouse control. So I'm wondering how that will feel considering they are thin, and whether or not it's gonna like topple over whenever you're playing or something like that, if that makes sense,
If you hold the Switch remote, if you hold the Joy-Con like it was like on the table sliding around, I feel like it would make sense as like a mouse because like your finger would be like sort of near the right trigger.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe those,
Well,
two things.
and
I
also,
don't
oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know if you were done.
No,
But
Dylan, are you done? You're taking up so much airspace.
Well, if you
Ooh.
do want to know how the Switch 2 is going to be, Nintendo has like 3 different locations that they're going to do like a Nintendo Switch 2 experience. 3 locations in the US and I believe 1 in the UK.
Okay,
So
that's
you can
cool.
actually get a hands-on experience with it in April. So if you're in New York, Los Angeles, or Dallas, Texas, those are going to be your 3 places in the US, and then UK, I believe it's like London.
Okay.
You can sign up between now and the 26th, and all you need is a Nintendo Switch account.
I live near
or-
London. I could probably do this. But
yeah, try and get in.
I'll
Right
say
now,
also-
not
Yeah,
the
go
greatest idea because their website is flooded.
Okay. Trey, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
Honestly, I think I got all my points out in terms of my concerns with the Switch. I'm not really too worried about the magnet kind of mechanism that they have because they always have like a release mechanism with like it was the same thing with whenever the Switch was first revealed, and like the only thing that was wrong with the Joy-Cons was the drift, but I didn't really see many cases where the controllers just snapped off of the Switch itself, if that makes sense,
Okay.
I think it'll be fine. It's like Nintendo knows that like a lot of kids are going to be playing with this thing, so they have to make it, pretty durable for children and whatnot. So
Also, it's
Yeah.
Something that was part of the big press release as well was that it will be backwards compatible. But
Right.
Yes.
it will have
Most
its own
things?
exclusives as well. And the first
course.
thing we've seen gaming-wise on it is Mario Kart 9. So presumably Mario Kart 9 is coming out this year. And we've seen that they've got new character models for all the characters, which has people excited because it is nice to see that Nintendo are kind of giving each game its own little art style, like how Wonder had its own set of models, and now Mario Kart 9. It's something that people want to see for Sonic. I want to see that for Sonic. And
Very big fan of having like switching up aesthetics and
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
Donkey Kong's new look because it sort of makes him look like the movie Donkey Kong a little bit. I feel like we might see more of that. Like Peach will
It's
probably have a face that looks more like the movie.
Well, it's like part
I
of the
don't.
joy of like
Yeah.
collecting comic books is seeing like as they change artists from issue to issue. If it had the same artist
Right.
for like 100 issues, it would get stale, or like it would still look good and stuff. But like, it's nice having lots of different art styles.
It's
in
nice
there
having
and stuff.
Yeah, it's nice having that like variety, like kind of like variation, but nothing like that's gonna like be too distracting. And I think
No, not
Nintendo's
at
doing a
all.
great job with that.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
They're really just a lot of people are like, oh, I want Sonic's models to be like redesigned, and it's like I don't want them to be redesigned. They just need a facelift. They just need what Mario's
Better
doing and
lighting.
just
Kill
Yeah.
those models. No, I'm kidding.
Better animations.
but yeah,
Yeah.
better rigging, better animation. But here's a topic, or here's a little thing that Lit suggested we talk about. Shout out Lit. Is the fact that so Mario Kart is releasing presumably this year, and Sonic Racing Crossworlds is expected this year as well. So we
right.
do have the old Mario versus Sonic thing. And I know that people are immediately going to be like, rip Sonic, because obviously Mario is
Rip
the big
Sonic.
dog. But remember when Sonic and All-Stars Racing transformed, beat, I think it was Mario Kart 7, I think? But like,
Yeah.
if they can do a really cool game and lock in this time, I think, and give it support too, I think, they stand
it
a
needs
worthy
the support.
chance. Like, I hope they've learned from Team Sonic Racing. Because when you're getting your ass kicked by Crash Bandicoot, a dead franchise, like, I mean, it wasn't dead at the
It was
time.
not dead at that point.
It wasn't dead at the
I
time,
think
but
it was
like,
very much alive at the time.
but Crash Bandicoot
And,
is not like
Activision.
Sonic big, like, and like,
But
yeah,
Sonic kind of sucked at the time, though.
Yeah,
He
I was
did,
gonna
yeah.
say like
the last thing we had was Forces.
the paradigm shift. Yeah, the paradigm shift of like the public perception like has
Yeah,
changed
really, it's
drastically
different.
since Team Sonic Racing. I have like I'm not really worried about Crossworlds. I know people are making memes and jokes about like like you said like rip Sonic because Mario Kart's gonna be top dog, but like I think Crossworlds, considering how, and I'm looking at it from like because the social media people are really like, hey, you guys really aren't ready for what we're about to reveal with this game. Like, and I trust them on that.
Really?
And I'm excited.
Not to mention, we've got a new development team this time. Obviously, Sumo Digital did
Oh,
an
really?
excellent job on the previous racing games. Like,
Was it Sumo, yeah.
yeah,
It's not Sumo anymore?
it's Hardlight this time, and Hardlight
Oh!
have my full faith. I'm
Yeah.
dead on board
Go
for
Hardlight?
Hardlight to do
Dude,
more, which means
If
they're
it's the
making.
team that worked on or worked close to the Dream Team, like then holy shit. Like,
Well,
I
it
trust
probably
them with
will be
anything.
because that is Hardlight. They're a smaller studio, but like the
I'm
fact that
so much
also
more excited about this now.
the fact that Hardlight have gone from like making the mobile games to making Dream Team, which is a proper Sonic platformer, to now making a console game, very promising. If it weren't for those fucking
Yeah.
layoffs, I'd be celebrating. But like,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I am happy to see them investing more trust in what's fucking left of Hardlight. Hopefully, they'll give some fucking jobs back this time and not fire them all if it's a success.
It is
even if
it
it's not
is
a success,
weird.
Don't fire 'em.
It is so weird how this is presumably going to be Hardlight's biggest game, with Crossworlds. Yet they fired a great deal of people before they took on their biggest game. I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, what are
I
you
believe
doing?
it was
Like,
also partially due to the Rovio merger. They were like, well, we want to have the Rovio team, so we'll cut back the Hardlight team, and that sucks.
With Angry
But I
Birds.
will say
they
that
probably-
Rovio did a really good job on Rumble.
So what they probably did was cut back. It's like the
Rovio made Sonic
Microsoft.
Rumble.
It's like the Microsoft like Activision thing where it's like, oh, we cut out jobs that were redundant. Too many people in like similar positions or whatever.
Well, stop buying studios. Yeah, like,
right.
I mean, you could buy studios just especially to Xbox.
Just only if you can
Crash,
fucking afford
Spyro,
them.
please.
well, they already
when-
own those.
Cowards.
Bring them back, yeah.
Yeah, bring them back, cowards.
I mean, yeah, Tango Gameworks made their way back, which I'm really thrilled about. So
Yes.
Goodness.
let's get more stories like that, please. But yeah, no, like seeing Hardlight get on board with this. Obviously, like, here's the thing. I'm not celebrating that Sumo Digital are gone, because Sumo Digital did do a really good job. The
No, they
thing
did.
is, Hardlight are the up and comers. They're kind of the underdogs. Of
I
the
just want to see what New Blood can do.
Exactly.
Like,
And like
this idea.
if they announced that like Hardlight are working on like the next mainline Sonic game, I would be jumping for joy, you know, because they've got such talented people at that little studio that it's like, yeah, get Hardlight on bigger projects. I'd love to see it. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I think Crossworlds does have a chance against Mario Kart 9, provided that are they really even competing? But like, provided that like they really lock in and they give it its necessary support and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's gonna sell more than Mario Kart 9 or 10 or whatever it is, but like, I feel like it could be a better game. Like sort of like All Stars Racing Transformed, how like, you know, it
Do
didn't
you
beat
do you
anything
think-
in sales,
do you
right?
think
But like,
You. Oh,
so do you
go
think
ahead,
that
Frank.
Mario Kart 9 is going to be like cross-platform or like a cross-generation?
Hard
I
to
don't-
say, as it seems
I
to
don't
be
think
their
it's gonna
golden
be-
goose.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna port it backwards to the Switch One. I'll be
The
honest.
thing is, like, Mario Kart 9 is like the first Mario Kart game to have like, I think it's 24 players on one race at once.
Yeah.
it could be an online mode though. Like that could just be like,
yeah, that
well, it
that
has
could
to
be an online mode, or it could be like a Switch 2 exclusive mode or
online
something.
only.
Sure,
like,
it's just
but
a
if you look
question
at
of
the
like,
last few console releases, like every console they've done has had a double release thing like that. Like we had
Breath of the
GameCube and
Wild.
Wii, they released Twilight Princess. We had
Yeah.
Wii and Wii U, they released.
Breath of the Wild.
No, Wii and
No,
Wii U
no,
was.
Oh
sorry,
no, Breath of the
Wii
Wild
and
was
Wii U,
Wii
they
U and
didn't do
Switch.
anything.
My bad.
But I
They
think
didn't do it.
so. Switch for Wii to Wii U withholding, but Wii U was a failure anyway. They had
yeah,
Breath
it's
of the Wild.
unusual for Nintendo to continue to
Switch.
support an older version of the console. I think in
think
this
it-
case they might.
I
They
think
might
Switch
just
is
for
their
like the
best-selling
first
console
year
of
or
all
two,
time.
maybe
You
for
know,
like a
like,
year or two, just because
They don't want to lose those sales.
Yeah, they have a large amount of players. They want to keep catering to
That's
like
fair.
kind of
That
slowly bring them
and-
over to the new system.
That and of course hardware gets more and more expensive. I think it's why like Sony have continued to support like the PS4 is because the PS5 is a very expensive piece of equipment.
And then they made a pro version.
And then they made a pro version. But like yeah, I think, you know, things like PlayStation and stuff have continued to support the PS4 for the most part, simply based on the fact that it's not really affordable, and they'd lose a lot of their player base if they did exclude the PS4. I think Nintendo might be similar, but then again, it'll be interesting to see, because Nintendo always scales back on the hardware historically, in favor of making something that's kind of affordable for everyone and fun for families and stuff. Like, PlayStation and Xbox are more targeted towards adult gamers that want to play God of War or Call of Duty and shit like that, whereas the Nintendo has always been like the family console, so they'll want it to be affordable for families. So I'll be very surprised if it releases and it's like £400.
Yeah,
I would
it's-
not be surprised because of how much tech they're putting into the new Joy-Cons and into the system itself. Like, and then
To
we don't
be
even know how much
fair-
more powerful the new system is going to be.
So to be fair, this is also a business practice. They always undersell their consoles. They
and
always
then
sell it
bump up the
underneath market
accessories.
price. So I have in my opinion, I think they're going to either try to stick to the 300 price tag or 350 at the most. That way, like, and they're going to discount the Switch, you know, heavily, like down to $200. And they might even do like a Switch variant as like a last hurrah, like almost like what the 2DS XL was, you know.
Yeah, or they could
The new
they
Switch.
could also, like, there's probably going to be a Switch Lite too as well, or a Switch 2 Lite, because like I think that's one of the smartest things that Xbox did as well, was making the Xbox Series S as cheap as it is. Because like with PlayStation, you've got like the disc edition and the digital edition and stuff like that, but the price difference between the two is kind of marginal. Like
it's kind of negligible, yeah.
the
yeah,
digital
it's like you might
PS5.
as well just go get the disc one.
Yeah, the digital PS5 is still quite expensive, whereas like the difference between the Xbox Series X and Series S, it's a bit more substantial, but the Xbox Series S is pretty much affordable for like the mass market kind of easily,
Right.
compared to other consoles. It's why I got one. Like, and it's like, yeah, okay, so it's not going to
It's a
play the
solid system.
games. Yeah, it's not going to play the games at the best spec in the world, but it'll play them. If there's new recent releases that are next gen, it'll play them. You just won't see that much of the graphical
4K,
fidelity.
60 FPS is like, who cares?
Yeah,
Like,
it's 60
you-
FPS, no 4K though, and I don't have a fucking 4K TV, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
need a freaking 4K TV to play Mario 64 anyway. Who gives a shit?
I like I
Dylan,
care about
Dylan.
frames more than resolution. Like
Dylan, you're gonna need to get yourself a RetroTink 4K and
I'm
N64.
playing it on my PC, brother.
No,
So it's
no,
really
no, no,
interesting,
no.
though,
no,
because
that lag. What are you doing with the
No, no,
During,
lag?
that's
like,
illegal.
the-
You can't play that one.
Well, it's funny because during like the PS4 era, I remember when they revealed like the PS5, and I was like, well, I'm not so impressed because the graphical difference is negligible compared to say like the jump up from like the Xbox to the Xbox 360, how everything
Right.
took on a completely vastly different look. Whereas like going from PS4 to PS5 is like it's not much to look at, and people are like, yeah, but 60 FPS. I was like, what do I care about 60 FPS? The game's still playable at 30 FPS. But then I got used to 60
I will
FPS.
argue on that one point. I do prefer 60 FPS.
Yeah, the
but
first
other
time
than
I
that, agree with
played,
you.
the first time I played Spider-Man in 60 FPS, I was like, "Whoa, this is like,
Oh, yeah.
this feels like a simulator now rather than just a game." And
Like
I
you're playing
can't go
a-
back.
yeah.
like,
Like you're playing a movie, like legit.
yeah.
It
well,
feels
no,
great.
not like playing a movie.
Kinda like
Playing a
the-
movie, because movies are disgusting in 60 FPS. I would compare it more to being on a simulator, being in the room with it, basically.
Oh yeah. Like almost looking through a window, rather.
Yeah, like, because god damn it, movies in anything over 30 FPS look hideous.
Yeah, that's like the
Yeah.
soap opera effect, I think is what it's called, or something.
Oh yeah,
where-
soap TV shows are always in
Really
60, and it looks
uncanny.
gross. Like,
Yeah.
If you get those, you know what sucks when it's what's even worse when it's not like done for like. You have those TVs that have the smoothing or the
Oh, yes.
they add like the in between frames. That is hideous to look at.
dude, imagine watching like an Aardman claymation in 60 FPS. It would look hideous.
People who okay, I got a bone to pick with people who do those.
Excuse me.
They'll take like an anime scene or an opening or something and put it to
Oh,
60 FPS,
yeah, and they
and
put it in
everyone's like,
60
"This
FPS.
looks good." I'm like, "This looks like shit."
Yeah, it's also like when people upped like Spider-Verse to 60 FPS. It's like, dude, the film was in 12 FPS. It was deliberately, as a creative decision, crunched down because it looks better that way. And
It looks cool, and now you fuck it up.
it's supposed to be choppy. It's like saying, oh, hey, here's the fucking Mona Lisa, but I drew it all in pencils. It's like, well, it's not meant to be in pencils.
I mean, does it
think
look
like
good though?
yeah.
That's pretty impressive. They drew the whole Mona Lisa in pencil.
Okay, not the best allegory in the world, but like,
Like I respect it.
I
Okay.
will say when it comes to games though, usually there's not really like any artistic merit when it comes to frame rate. Like you want higher frames in games and whatnot.
well, it
Like-
depends.
Unless it's a
I'll
deliberate throwback. Like
I'll throw
I'm fine
something-
with that.
I'll
Nope,
throw
I'm not
something
go-
into the mix here.
I 100%. I am 100% behind that opinion,
well,
unless it's
I-
South Park.
I want to throw one more thing into the mix here. Character animations versus actual gameplay, because you could do a game where the characters' animations are in 12 FPS, but the actual gameplay, so your movements and how you go around.
There's a Sonic fan game that's just like that, and it's called Sonic Redux. I played it recently, and I thought that was a cool idea.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. Like if you play the Spider-Man Insomniac games and you switch on the Spider-Verse skin and switch on filmic motion, it will put it so that Spider-Man's movements are now all in 12 FPS, but the
Oh,
world around you
that's-
and everything
yeah.
else
I like that.
moves at a
I
nice
like it as a
responsive
novelty.
New Super
like it as
Mario
a novelty.
Brothers and I think Mario Maker do that with the enemies. Like you move at a better frame rate than the enemies, and like things animate at sometimes.
I think
Yeah.
Hi-Fi
Especially the
Rush.
DS ones.
Hi-Fi
I
Rush
think-
also kind of goes for a lower frame rate on character animations as well.
Yeah,
because
it does.
it's mimicking the anime look.
Well, it's also because since you're doing everything in time with Hi-Fi Rush, you have to have those impact frames like immediate.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't have any wind
Oh,
ups
yeah.
or anything. So it's like you gotta kind of have to like split the frame rate that way. In terms of animation, I think it's awesome whenever it's like lower frame rate with like smear frames and stuff like that in 3D. I think looks very cool. I think the reason why I said higher frames is because like when you're controlling a character, there is less latency when there is more frames, like on the screen. Not necessarily what the animation is playing, within like what the artist decided to, render them at, but the world around you. I feel like higher frames can only mean a better experience.
Well, yeah,
and
because
then
you've got
also,
more
like
response
your reaction
and...
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
And,
we're going the
um,
same way with that one, and especially in rhythm games.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and also, like, you think, oh, it's probably not much, but no, it's literally double the reaction time, even if
It
it
makes
is
a huge difference.
just frames. And I think, yeah, like, I will always push for, like, a 3D Sonic game to have a cel-shaded art style, 12 FPS animations,
Yes.
but 60 FPS gameplay. Like, give me Dark Beginnings the game. Like, basically, is what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
I'd play
Yes.
it.
Agreed.
I would love it if it looked like that.
I like it as a novelty, but I wouldn't want them to go with that going forward.
How I've made the speeding ticket animation style is how I would like Sonic stuff to look.
How
Like-
I'm doing it is the way they should do it.
Well, no,
For
what I
one
mean is like
game, I would be
No, I get
it's
exactly
something
what Pup
I'm
means, though.
Yeah, it's something I'm making, so I might as well make it the way I want it to be. You know, like
Why not?
I get it.
Just
Hey,
Johnson.
that like, there's
Just
been
what?
times where I've in my own time, like recreated some of the Genesis tracks, like some of the newer tracks from Origins that were implemented, and I recreated them, and I was like, oh, this is what they had to do. Not saying that I'm better than anybody that's working with Sega,
I am.
obviously, but like,
I am better
You
than
know.
everybody working everywhere.
you're better than everybody.
I am
Okay.
literally the best of the best in the world.
I have the moral high ground, Anakin.
Greatest human.
The moral
Top 10
high
humans ranked.
I love how someone said 3D Gorillas and 3D Trey are scarring me, not scaring me. They're
scarring
scarring
you?
me.
Put the
Sorry, they
fucking
kinda like
knives
they're hurting
away.
you?
In fairness, though,
gorillas.
No.
in fairness, I like, because I had this a lot as well. Every time someone makes a transition from 2D to 3D, it's going to be a little unsettling at first because
gonna be a
you're
little
so
rough.
used to seeing it a certain way. But, like, you'll get used to it. So if they're scary now, you're going to get used to it.
And here's the funny thing: like your guys's like avatars on screen, they're pretty close to what they were before. Mine's drastically different.
Yeah, Frank turns into an anime man when he turns into a VTuber.
Which is fucking crazy considering he's not an anime man in real life.
Yeah.
I'm
False
working on it.
As
advertising.
far
Okay?
as you know.
I'm working on it.
Dude, you should
I do have
Guys, try making an avatar that actually looks like you, for fuck's sake.
I do
Working on it.
have
I'm actually
I
working
do
with
have a
somebody
very
on that.
funny what is it, like, skin for my model that I want to like implement at some point. I think y'all will enjoy it. But yeah, no. It was cool putting this together. Like I put this model together by myself and rigged it. It was very fun to
Well, I
like
find
figure that out.
Nice.
What I find fun is kind of going across the table. You can kind of see like the inspiration of each model. Dylan's obviously Super Mario 64. Trey, I would say, what's the name of that Sega game with the rhythm and shit? Whatever. Jet Set Radio.
wow.
I'm getting Jet Set
Yes,
Radio.
said
by
rhythm, and I
absolutely.
was
Trey.
you
My
said
one,
rhythm, and I immediately thought Space Channel.
my one, I think is a bit more Hi-Fi Rush. And then Frank is a fucking
High Fire Rush
drawing.
was nice. Yeah.
Mine was fan art that I got at
That was
the
fan
OK
art
to use.
by
Luke Station. Very
Well,
talented
hell yeah.
artist.
You should make a 3D model of just this avatar, this fan art.
Actually,
That'd be
wait,
kinda
that's-
cool.
That
how
would
to
be
do-
great, actually.
I can make
I
it
don't
for
know
you,
how to
Frank.
do that.
I can make it.
Too much of me.
I can make it. It's a gift.
Please do.
And then
I'll put it in Mario
once
64.
once Frank's transition is complete, we'll make the background 3D, and everything will be fucking 3D.
Dude,
Well,
we're going to
actually-
the next century.
Yeah,
Welcome to the next level.
episodes of Sunset City are going to be us in VR chat around a table
Sunset
talking
City
to each
Millennia.
other.
That's so fun, actually.
I would
if
bust
we had,
out
like,
my
full
VR
body
headset.
tracking.
I would so do that. It would give me an excuse to finally buy a VR headset because I've been looking for
Oh.
one, but I just don't have the money
I'll
for it. At
bust
the
mine
moment.
out. I'll bust it.
Yeah, I would go get mine for it.
And
you
Lit
know what,
really
Huck?
wants
If-
us to get more on like VR chat. He's got a cool little friend group and stuff. So like we could do that.
Oh yeah, but we have to do a
VR
VR
chat's fun.
podcast. Dude, we could put the VR podcast. We have the Sunset City studio in VR chat if you make it in 3D.
And we could make it so that
Have-
patrons could sit in a little audience booth as well. We could have an
Oh my god, that's
an
so
audience
cool.
bit. But
Okay,
have a
okay.
big
I
big
was
ass
joking,
have a big ass
but
window in
that's
front
actually
of
kind of
us.
fire.
Have a
I'm
big
not gonna
window.
Wait a
lie.
minute. This could be our angle. This could be our big thing.
Bob,
We could have a VR podcast. That would be
VR
okay.
podcast. That's
Like, I'm
awesome.
not- Like, look, I know I was kind of like, having a little ha funny moment, but like that's actually not a terrible idea. I'm down for that.
Okay,
Like,
We
for
need a
real.
big
Like, sick.
sheet of bulletproof glass in front of the fucking Sunset City stage, though, because I just
People
don't
can
want
throw
them
props at us.
appearing. I don't want
don't
them,
need a joke.
the mules.
we don't want a Joker moment.
We do have to have like we do have to have a separation that way people don't just like get up and walk in front of us as we're trying to
we
talk
have
to each
do
other.
this. We
Yeah.
have to at least try this once because that sounds fucking awesome.
We
That
need
makes it
we
sound
need
so
the help
cool.
of experts. Like
We gotta figure out how to put the VR chat models. I think my friend Jared knows how to make avatars for VR chat. You could probably ask him.
Yeah, implementing this would be. I mean, it's
Frank's
rigged
is already.
and everything.
I think.
Is that our
Frank's is
Jared?
already in.
Is that our boy? Like
Our little boulder, yeah.
a little boulder boy, Boulderino.
Pup, if you want to take a stab at it, go for it.
You want me to take a stab at you? All right. Well, your funeral.
Whoa!
I mean,
Stabbing.
Shink, 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 shink.
Well, I do live around the London area, so I am used to a bit of stab, you know?
Yeah, at least you didn't say like, "Can you take a shot at this?" You know, that's more American.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
no, yeah.
He knows
that's
who
why I
he's
couldn't say
talking
shot.
to.
I was going to, but I
Yeah, yeah.
remembered where he was from. It's like, oh yeah, that doesn't
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
He will stab you, yeah.
We have the guns.
Well, this has been fun. All right. Do we want to? We can either move on to the main meat topic, or we could get the call-ins done first as we transition.
Depends. Do people want to talk about? Do you think we would have more to talk about after they show up? When we
Maybe.
pose the
but-
topic. Well, how about this? What if we pose the topic and then we start the conversation by having them?
I
just
think we
jump
should
in.
just let them say whatever they want to say. To be honest, like it's the floor is theirs.
Okay, fair enough.
But then again, like, okay, so part of me is like, I don't want it to be like, ah, fuck, we're all tired by the time the call-in thing starts. At the same time,
No, that's a
Uh,
good point.
so do you want to just do call-ins now?
Sure. Is there
all
anyone?
right.
Yeah,
in
let's do it.
There's no one in the pig pen yet.
All right, now's the time, fellas. If you're in the Discord, get in the call and queue chat.
I'm
If
also
you're able to,
I'm renaming it to pig pen.
get into the pig pen, I suppose.
Into the big pin you go.
Go to the pig pen if you want a
Up
chance
thing
to
again.
walk on Sunset
Oink,
City.
oink, motherfucker.
Yeah,
At
fucking
Burger,
oink.
at Bat Enjoyer.
ball pit.
No, not boats and hose.
Yeah,
at
all
Bat
bat
Enjoyer.
enjoyers.
It's the DashCon ball pit.
Well, while we wait,
I can't write pig pen. It won't let me like highlight it. Okay, but anyway.
Yeah, it's
second
alright.
thing.
Just pig pen. You gotta admit, that's a great name.
Pig burgers by mistake.
that is a good name.
Okay,
No,
you
it
know what?
is.
I'm gonna put in brackets call in. Because people might not know what the pig pen is if I don't tell them.
That's a good point. Fair enough. Okay, so we'll give people a few minutes. Can just have a quick decompression of what's
Mhm.
happened so far today. We have an amazing new podcast idea that we will implement as soon as possible.
Yeah,
2027.
just like all great ideas. All great
It's
ideas
not
that came
as soon as
just completely jokingly, and now it's like, wait, hold on, that's actually pretty fire.
Hey guys,
Honestly, okay, actually, you know what?
funny. We should start a podcast, you know?
The way we could, the way we could do this as fast as possible is all we need is a blank room, and then we could just texture the walls like the studio. We don't need to make like
no,
have some 2D prop.
No, I feel no. I feel like if we're doing this, we're going all the way. We can. Okay, what kind of aesthetic
so
would it be?
Puff's
Would
gonna
it
model
be? Would it be high poly? Would it be low poly? Would it be somewhere in between?
Basically, just think of our studio as it is now in 3D.
Yeah.
If you want it to be more low poly centric, I can definitely do that like within an afternoon. Like make
I don't
textures
want
and
it
all
to
that
be
stuff for
low
it.
poly. I want it to be good.
Okay.
I would love that.
Whoa!
What if
Hold
it's half low
on.
poly and
Hold
half-
Hey,
on.
hold on.
Hold
Pup.
the phone.
Hold on.
Hold the phone, Pop. That's the fighting words, all right? Like low poly
Okay,
is
wait, what if
beautiful.
it's half low poly and Trey and I sit on that side, and then it's half not low poly?
Hey,
Okay,
I
we're
wanna go
gonna
sit on the low poly
segregate.
side.
We're gonna
Okay, you can sit on the
segregate
side as well.
between.
Yes, no.
Between
We're not
the low poly
segregating
people
between
and
the low
the high
poly and the
poly.
high poly.
So low poly people
really
are
fucked
basically
up.
the
Damn
less
low polys.
evolved species, you know, the less evolved of us.
Oh my god.
Are
This
you kidding me? I can BLJ through anything. I can go
This
through any wall.
sounds like an amazing movie, actually.
Excuse you? You're
Like-
gonna what?
The Lord of the Games.
Frank, you know what I said. You heard what I said.
I
Don't
did not
just-
hear that. No, that sounded pretty disgusting, Dylan.
But the question is, if
No.
we're doing the VR chat thing, how would we then stream it to this? Would there be like a camera angle or what? Like, how
We would
do
need
that?
one account. We would need a person recording it through their own camera, or like through their own.
But then
We-
it would
we-
all be
we
so
just
POV.
need, like, a
actually-
different account camera.
Would it
no,
not
we would have
be
to
POV?
we would need to figure out audio just because. Well, I mean, there is a way to like. I believe there is a way to
Audio we
record
can
it or
still go
stream
through
it.
Discord.
Yeah, we'd have to do the audio through Discord because obviously, you know, it would be really bad with proximity chat.
I think maybe we should plan it not during the stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we should
Another
Get this
time.
should have
out
a
of the
Another
way.
meeting.
We can talk about it
Yeah,
right. Second.
I'm
But just
giving
say,
the
like,
Bat
this is
Enjoyers
right.
3 more minutes to enter the pig pen. If it reaches
Oh,
8:50
sorry, I forgot
my
we were
time,
waiting for that.
then no one is coming into Pigpen today.
Are they allowed to join it? Like, do they have the permissions?
Yeah, I've made sure that the Pigpen is accessible to all bat enjoyers.
Okay.
Wait, can
That
they
is
join the
they're-
channel? Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I know we said we're going to talk about this later. I think there is a camera in VR chat,
Yeah, I
like a
think
there
separate
is.
camera.
option.
Yeah,
I was looking into it because of the whole like VTuber streaming. I was trying to see if I
Yeah.
could make that possible, but I would need more time to work on that.
you good?
Yeah, no, I have bronchitis.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
No, I'm
but
doing better.
It sucks.
I'm doing a lot better.
Ah,
Took
point
me
and
more
laugh at him.
minutes
No.
to enter
Nah.
the Pigpen.
I think the most fun idea with this is like maybe it's like the bat enjoyers or something get to watch the podcast from in VR chat. Like that's a
Yeah,
fun
no,
idea.
exactly.
That's such
yeah,
a cool idea.
that is actually a pretty
Or
novel
we could
idea.
sell tickets for like a really high price.
I don't think you could actually do that. I think that might be illegal.
Dude,
We're gonna have dynamic pricing on our tickets.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if that's illegal. I think if it was in real life, it'd be very illegal. You'd need some kind of permit. But in
And
VR
it'll
chat,
be
you might be able
amazing
to do
because we'll have
I think that's
Hatsune
against
Miku
TOS
do a
on
performance
VR
at the
chat.
end of
that.
the
That would be
episode.
illegal.
Let's
that would be
go.
I think.
We're gonna get what now?
Hatsune Miku will do a performance. It will be just
I-
like, you
I know
know,
some-
Godzilla.
And instead of it being Hatsune Miku like an actual thing, it's just gonna be her in Fortnite.
It's me,
Doing-
except I'm
doing
playing
emotes.
as Hatsune Miku.
It's just Dylan's model, but with Hatsune Miku textures on it.
Well, someone recently made a Nintendo 64 Hatsune Miku model, so I could just like.
Just plop your face onto it. Please, just plop your face onto it. That would be amazing.
Actually, I don't have the model. I don't know if it's available.
That's
Okay,
so
well-
funny. I guess no one's entering the pig pen at the moment,
the
but
Pigpen is unwanted.
It is a
today.
pretty new thing. It's a pretty new
Yeah.
idea, so
that's fair.
people might not be around today.
And but it. Do you want to like move on and go on to different topics, and then if we do get people in the pig pen, then we can kind of like
Yeah, if anyone shows up, I guess we
shift
can
it.
figure
All
it
right,
out. Yeah.
then your last
Fair
chance to be on the Pigpen Encore will be soon. So if you wish to be in the Pigpen Encore session, then be sure to join the Pigpen.
We'll come back around to this, okay? So
We will
Yeah.
come back to Pigpen.
we're
Alright.
gonna circle around the block and then we'll come back and pick you up.
Yeah. We're going to do a few laps around the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Then the next topic is... right, so, spoiler alert. Robotnik's fucking dead. Alright? In
Okay.
Sonic
Which
3.
one?
What?
Dr. Robotnik is dead in Sonic 3. They
No,
killed
he's
him.
not. Jim
Which
Carrey
one?
said he'd come back.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is... I don't think he should. I'm just going to say it straight up. I think Robotnik should stay dead.
I don't think he should either.
Yeah.
I think he should stay. Or yeah, we could have a new villain. Come up with like a new character that. I mean, Metal Sonic is fine. Like,
The
but
other
I
thing
feel
I was
like
going to
it's
say,
not-
though, is like, eventually Jim Carrey is not going to want to play Robotnik anymore. Like, even if he comes back for the next one,
Yeah, or
there
he-
will come a time
yeah,
when he
not
doesn't want to
acting.
do it. How many more times are we going to play the boy who cried fucking dead? You know, like,
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like,
I think we could do Neo Metal Sonic. I think Neo Metal Sonic would actually make for a pretty good series villain.
I think the thing is, it's hard to imagine now another villain replacing Dr. Robotnik because Sonic has a lot of blank canvas villains and event tier villains. So, like,
Yeah, it wouldn't happen in
villains-
the game.
villains like Black Doom are not going to be the mainstay Sonic arch nemesis. Mephiles the Dark is not going to be the mainstay Sonic nemesis. And now
Yeah.
that I think about it, the majority of good Sonic villains outside of Dr. Robotnik belong to Shadow. So it's like, okay, if you want to do a Shadow series, simply cast a Black Doom and then you've got an ongoing antagonist for that series. Fine. But for Sonic, what's next? And it's like, look, Dark Gaia is not going to be a recurring villain for Sonic. Chaos is not going to be a recurring villain for Sonic. And the thing is, your best
I feel like
bet,
Neo Metal good.
the best bet is Neo Metal, because the thing is, Neo
Yeah.
Metal is a blank canvas character, effectively. Metal Sonic is also a blank canvas character, but like, with Neo Metal, it's one of
Ultron.
those things where I think the idea for Neo Metal is 10 times cooler than what he actually ended up being in Sonic Heroes. Like, the idea of this robot, like, assimilating everything, taking on all these different character forms to kind of try and become a god. He wants to replace the actual Sonic and stuff like that. I think there's so many different ways you could have fun with that character, that story. And, I mean, if it were up to me, it would be like, he's a robot where they installed everything there is to know about Sonic onto him in hopes he'd become the next Sonic, but the robot had an opinion of its own and decided, rather than become Sonic, I want to kill Sonic. And I think that's a great little character that you could
Mega
work
Man
with.
Zero. It's Mega Man. It's Copy X in Mega Man Zero. They build an exact copy of Mega Man X, and he decides, to save the world, I'll just fucking like put people in one city and protect that one city, and then everyone else, I'll just kill everyone.
The thing is,
It'll be great.
Metal Sonic has never before been portrayed as someone who is charismatic before. And if you want an ongoing villain for Sonic, it needs to be a charismatic character. And I think Sonic 4 could be an ideal opportunity to introduce that. I would say what they could do is maybe do 2 Sonic movies without Dr. Robotnik, without a central villain, but just, like, you know, play with some of the toy box that they have in the meantime. And then it could be that maybe we're introduced to Neo Metal Sonic later down the line as the new big bad. And, like, he doesn't have to act like Dr. Robotnik, but he can, you know, he can still be a charismatic character.
Yo, I got something for... You said he doesn't... Like, he's not a charismatic character or whatever.
Yeah.
In this movie universe, if they actually do download everything that made Sonic into the robot, then they could just have him be like a basically, like I said earlier, a little quietly, they should do Ultron. Could very well be like a Tony Stark versus, and I'm talking about specifically the MCU because I don't know too much about the comic one, but like that reflection between Tony and Ultron, how like they were very similar personality wise, because Tony sort of made Ultron everything that he was because he was trying to protect the world.
Yeah.
So like
Like
it
a
could be
safe-
like that,
like a
where
safe
he's like,
haven, yeah.
I am protecting the world by controlling it.
Or
You know,
it would
like
be a
that
cool
kind of
thing
thing.
if it's like Neo Metal Sonic hates all of the Sonic that's in his DNA so much that whenever he does find himself cracking wise or something, he immediately gets
he
angry with
hates it.
himself. So like he's just
So
someone
that's a good character.
someone that is just perpetually throwing a tantrum over his basic DNA.
Yeah, like he can't stop it. Like it's almost like something in his thing telling him to be good and like do things this way, but it's like it's not efficient because his robot side is like that's not efficient. It wouldn't work that way.
Yeah, or it
So
could
he
be
tries
just
to
someone that
suppress,
is
like the nerd.
someone that's choosing evil. He knows that Sonic is a good guy, someone who is quite virtuous and stuff. So he could just be like, well, I'm just going to be a bastard in that case, because that's everything Sonic isn't. So he's trying to be everything Sonic isn't while trying to claim that he is the true Sonic.
While wearing his face.
Yeah, effectively. Like, because that's the thing, is like Metal Sonic is meant to be the copy of Sonic, the one that thinks he's the true Sonic. With Neo Metal, you could do a Sonic that hates being Sonic, a Sonic that doesn't want to be Sonic, that wants to be the opposite of Sonic. You could even see how far you can take that comedically in that, like, you know, you could have him claim he's a girl or something, because Sonic's a boy.
I mean, I think it's I do like the idea of a recurring villain, almost like a Thanos type character, and in this series. The thing is that all the characters that I would want to be like Pup said, all the characters that I would want to be like Thanos type characters would probably not be the ones that they would pick. I would think Black Doom would be a Thanos
Black
type
Doom,
character.
I feel like I was just thinking that. I feel like he would be a very good choice for a Thanos type deal.
Trust me, me and you know, great low poly minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just it's just how
I mean,
it is.
I don't-
But,
Low five.
I want to. I want to try and
I
move
think
away.
we need the Deadly
on.
Six.
Oh, for fuck's
the
sake.
Deadly Six as the Thanos characters.
I would like to ideally move away from Marvel tropes. Not that I think they would, because obviously Marvel was successful in that early point. So I tend to not like to think about who is Sonic Thanos, so much as kind of like.
I'm just saying, like as an example, you know.
I mean,
like,
as well as that, it's kind of too late for like a Sonic Thanos anyway, because you'd have to have built him up by now. But like, the main thing I just want to think about is who's going to be entertaining in the long run, basically. And I think, you know, with Neo Metal as well, with kind of the ideas that we've laid down, you could take it even further in that, like, he's not necessarily always about world domination or whatever. Sometimes his idea is just to go to a chili dog factory and burn it down, because he knows it will piss off the real Sonic. Like, So he's just ridiculously petty. Like, a really petty villain would be so entertaining. One who... He only has the ambitions of Dr. Robotnik to spite Sonic. Like, Robotnik obviously always had big ambitions and stuff like that, but they weren't always centered around Sonic. He's not obsessed with Sonic. He wants to rule the world. Neo Metal wants to rule the world because he knows Sonic wouldn't do that and that he'd hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I think considering, like you said, he is like Metal's a blank slate character, and also considering, like we talked about last week, how Metal was introduced by multiple copies of himself. I think that's interesting. I'm not sure where they're necessarily going to go with that. I think they can do whatever. I just want it to like not be too hammy, if that makes sense. And like,
I want it to be hammy, man. Like, maybe not as hammy as Jim Carrey, but like
Love ham.
equally entertaining. Like, I want it to be like one of those extremely watchable villains, you know, like ones where it's just like you can't look away from the screen because he is just such a fucking vibe, you know, like. And I think that's the thing is with Robotnik, he's perfect for that. I think it's not talked about enough how good of a villain Dr. Robotnik has always been. Like, in the games and stuff, he has consistently been one of the best parts of the Sonic franchise. And he's one of the best parts of these movies. I've heard people that aren't even Sonic fans be like, God, Robotnik is such a good fucking villain. And, like, considering that, like, Sonic, the movies anyway, are kind of like, you know, superhero movie adjacent, you don't usually get 3 superhero movies on the jump all with the same villain, you know? But Robotnik is just that guy, you know? He's such a good character because he's tremendously charismatic. He's a very funny character, but he can also be threatening. He's got a striking design. And even if we're not going to lean into the Jim Carreyisms, I would say the next villain does need to match that.
Yeah,
if
match
they're
that
going to be
energy.
long-term. Like,
yeah, match that energy in some way. It is funny that you mentioned that, and it's a good point because, like, you know, even within like, you know, and I know I know I don't want them to take everything from the MCU, but even in the MCU, a lot of like a bigger comic villains are mostly just one and dones. Like,
Exactly.
and that's even
I
like,
hate that.
I don't like that either because even though I love
Kill MODOK. Just like after one appearance, like fucking really.
except like
Yeah.
Loki. Loki's kind of persevered.
Loki
he's the
became like an
exception, 'cause that's
anti-villain
his
though.
deal.
Yeah, he became like an anti-hero rather.
Yeah. That's the thing is we need a villain to stay bad. Like, this is one of the things like the Batman universe has done so well is that like Penguin is an ongoing villain in the Batman universe. We had the Penguin TV series and they didn't declaw Penguin for the sake of making him the main character. They, if anything, made him even more detestable. And I think that's phenomenal. Like, so if we could, you know, get ongoing villains that stay that's the thing is that's kind of novel. Like, even like back in like Batman 89 and stuff, they killed off the Joker the first time. Look at Spider-Man, they killed off the Green Goblin in his first outing and stuff like that. And No Way Home was kind of the thing to correct that, but like, you know, superhero movies usually just have villains as one and done, even if they're the character's arch enemy. With Sonic, we were really lucky to get 3 movies with Dr. Robotnik as the big bad. And that's incredible.
Especially with Jim Carrey. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Jim Carrey, you couldn't ask for a better live-action Dr. Robotnik. So I think, you know...
Do we know who, like, not to derail too much from this, but, like, I just had a thought, like, since we're talking about people, like who we could have in this slot, you know, not necessarily a replacement, but, like, do we know who, like, was this role always written for Jim Carrey? Did they have any backups? Like, do we know about any of that shit?
It's
I'm
hard
curious
to tell
if to,
because,
what do you think? Like,
the casting sheets were leaked for Sonic and Tom, but that's all we have, I believe. But going by the way the first movie's written, I could believe maybe that it wasn't always going to be Jim Carrey. Because it's only in Sonic 2 and 3 that they really lean into the Jim Carreyisms, you know? Like, in, like, Sonic 1, he's a much more, like, straight-laced character. So I could believe that maybe there'd be other choices. At the same time, I would imagine that Carrey was probably their first choice.
Carrey was probably
sorry,
the
I know
choice.
I influenced this, but I have to take a call real quick. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Okay. But I think Carrey was one of those picks where they're like, if we can get him, then let's stick with him, because it was probably a thing where it's like it's a brand new director in Jeff Fowler. Like this is like his first real like it's not his first directorial role, but it's his first like major movie production like director like role basically, and it's a part of and obviously like especially at the time that this was all being pitched, Sonic was an even more niche thing now than he is nowadays. You know, now thankfully Sonic is like even more of a household name than he used to be, in my opinion. But that wasn't always the case. And I think it was one of those things where they were like, if we can get Jim Carrey, then let's stick with that. But
yeah, I think a big appeal
they probably
of
had
these
backup
movies
plans, yeah.
for like normies, like because obviously like Sonic appeals to normies as well, but like a big appeal for this,
sure.
like that probably quadrupled the audience size, was marketing these as these are Jim Carrey movies where he returns to his roots as like 90s Jim Carrey. Like he's doing that madcap zany take on Jim Carrey. And that's what you come for. Like that is enough to sell a movie on its own. So when you pair that with Sonic the Hedgehog and you pair that with Idris Elba and Keanu Reeves and stuff like that, you've got a huge appeal there. So I think
it is. Yeah. I was just gonna say it is insane looking back how they got so many big names, and also how long Colleen O'Shaughnessy has been able to stay as Tails as well, despite like I guess her lack of star power, for lack of a better word. But she fits right in with the cast.
I'm surprised they didn't go with like a recasting or something. It was like,
well, that was the thing.
I thought
Everyone
they were going
speculated.
to.
really cool.
Like, a lot of people were like, okay, so she was kind of a stand-in in the post-credits of Sonic 1. And it's like, obviously, they did change Tails' design, but they didn't change his voice. And a lot of people were speculating, you know, maybe it'll be Tom Holland this time or something. I'm so glad they did stick with Colleen O'Shaughnessy, because she is a voice actor first and foremost, and you can kind of tell that in Tails' performance compared to some of the other characters. Tails feels incredibly natural. That's not me discounting some of the other actors, though. I love Ben Schwartz as Sonic, but then again, Ben Schwartz also has quite a thick background in voice acting.
He's a voice actor too. Yeah,
he does lots of live action stuff, but he also does plenty of voice acting stuff. Knuckles, I think he improved in Sonic 3. In Sonic 2,
yes,
it was one of those things where it's like, I like the voice, but sometimes the delivery was kind of bland. Like, sometimes it would be like, soon Longclaw and the others will be ours, and the Master Emerald will be ours. And it's like, yeah, like, and that bit where he's like, you think these can stop me? I will stop them like the stars of a fallen. And it's like, it's very much, I'm reading off of a script right now, you know? Like, Colleen never had that, because Colleen O'Shaughnessy is such a natural at, like, well, I say a natural. Colleen O'Shaughnessy has built up such a enduring career. Yeah, she's built that talent over so many years. Yeah, she is. And I'm also always happy when I hear of video game actors making their way over to Hollywood as well. Like, you know, if it were up to me, like, make the Sonic movie in 2020, you would have Roger Craig Smith as Sonic and Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Tails, and you would just keep the game cast because I like them, and I think they can do it well. But obviously, Ben Schwartz is fantastic. Like, I don't think you could ask for a better Sonic in these movies.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's yeah, all the voices have just been hits, and I'm glad that. I mean, I guess like Keanu could be, and Jim Carrey as well. They don't really put on a voice that much. I think Keanu does though, but it still sounds pretty much like John Wick type
Keanu
of
doesn't
like
really
timbre and stuff.
Put on a voice. I remember I was watching the trailer with one of my buddies, and he said, "Oh man, I'm sad that Keanu didn't put on a voice." But it's kind of like, you've got Keanu Reeves playing Shadow. What else do you want him to sound like?
No, he sounds perfect with his voice, regardless of if he put on one or not.
Yeah, he already has that Shadow sound to his voice. It's not like a Shadow we've had before. I don't think Keanu Reeves sounds like Humphreys or Griffith or Thornton or Hanlon. He doesn't sound like any of them. He's a brand new approach to Shadow, but it's one that you go, yeah, it fits. It fits the character.
It's like, yeah, that's Shadow. That's not, it's not too far removed from what I know, and it sounds great, and he did great.
Not to mention,
I will say
does have a bit of a background in voice acting as well, anyways,
Of
through
course.
like games and stuff. And so Shadow came very naturally to him. Like, I think when I think of my favorite lines from his Shadow, it's like the "Where are your friends? Like, you were so consumed by revenge." I was like,
that part was like, ooh.
I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like that.
I was
is-
like, oh my god, they're like, the thing is that obviously like that whole parallel ended up being on the nose, but I like it being on the nose for that
No, it's good.
aspect. It
It
had more of an
doesn't-
impact
yeah.
that way.
like what,
It
fucking
was-
what was his name? Tom. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking awesome.
Keep my dad's name out your fucking mouth.
The memes surrounding it are really fun now. But yeah, no, it's But I wanted to compliment Idris Elba. He didn't really have to put on a voice either, but he did, and it sounds very, very natural for
That's
Knuckles.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a-
Like
It doesn't sound bad or cheesy at all.
Like,
really.
that
It
is
just
true.
sounds
It's-
good.
That was what I was saying earlier, though. It was like, yeah, in Sonic 2, I liked the voice. I thought the performance was a bit iffy. But in Sonic 3, I think he's really come into his own as Knuckles. Like, there wasn't a
I do
single
like-
line from him that sounded off. And I love that, like, because in the games, they make Knuckles sound like a regular-ass guy, really. Like, he maybe sounds a little jockey or something.
Sounds
yeah,
like
he
a
sounds like
surfer.
a guy from a gas station. That's what I always tell
he-
people. Like,
he sounds like a big NASCAR fan. Whereas like movie Knuckles, they've looked into kind of Knuckles' history, like his kind of culture as an echidna warrior, and put that into his voice. He talks with an accent. He's got kind of a very kind of what would I describe his voice as? Kind of like a very everything said with a very literal conviction, you know? And that's not something we've ever heard from Knuckles before. And it's so cool to hear that in Idris Elba's performance. So I do really
It's some
appreciate
kind of elegance. It's like an elegant, like respect in his voice almost.
and
this I think this has been confirmed, but I'm trying to look it up that way. And if I'm wrong, then please correct me. But I think Knuckles has always been designed with a Rastafarian like kind of aesthetics, I guess.
yeah, like
for
he's got
a
the
better term,
Rastafarian
like-
flag on his shoes. He's got dreadlocks.
Yeah, the color scheme and all that stuff as well. So
yeah. Like
I think that
there's-
was like part of the inspiration for the voice direction for Idris Elba, and it ends up working out. It's not like a caricature, it's not like a stereotype, and I'm very glad it's not. I was like kind of scared of that whenever I first started hearing the voice, because Knuckles sounded imposing, but I noticed the accent and I was like, okay, this sounds great, but are they going to go too far with it? And they didn't like make it a point of contention or make jokes about it or anything like that.
Not
That's
to
just how he
mention that
sounded.
Angel Islands, like rainforesty areas, are kind of reminiscent to like a Jamaican rainforest and stuff like that. So like it's one of those things where I always get flack for this, like saying, are you saying that only a black actor can play this role? No, I'm just saying it's surprising to me that a guy with Rastafarian shoes and dreadlocks has been played exclusively by white guys up until Idris Elba.
And yeah.
It's why I
you're right.
personally, when I do get round to casting Knuckles in a fan project, will be looking for a black actor to play Knuckles. But people are like, oh, that's exclusionary and stuff. It's like, it's also my fucking film, so it's my fucking choice. Deal with it. you know?
It works. I also love how you see the behind the scenes stuff. Idris Elba has the Knuckles gloves on as he's in the microphone
That was
performing
awesome.
these voice lines. I'm like, that's awesome. I love
He
it.
clearly loves
I want
like
to see the
this
entire
character.
filming of him doing that. I want him to
That's-
have completely committed to it.
It's like, that's awesome. Also, where can I get those gloves?
Yeah, right. I want those gloves. Like, what are you
As
talking about?
Good
the
point.
self-proclaimed #1 Knuckles fan, I must have them.
I do
True.
love kind of like that. That's another thing is like, say what you will about the fucking TV series. These movies have definitely kind of ushered in kind of a new generation of Knuckles fans as well. Like my flatmate Sam,
Yes.
for example. He again was not a Sonic fan. He's not really a Sonic fan. He's someone who has watched the majority of Sonic X with us and enjoyed the Sonic movies and stuff. And he came out of Sonic 3 saying, Knuckles is my favorite character in all of this. And I was like, great, we've got like a really fresh set of eyes here. Knuckles
Good
is the
taste.
favorite. That shows me that Knuckles is in good hands now, because who the hell
Yes.
is watching Sonic Prime and saying Knuckles is their favorite? Or who the hell played like Sonic Lost World and said Knuckles is their favorite? Like, we've been doing a disservice to this character for decades.
Knuckles is in that game
movies-
like 2 minutes combined.
Yeah,
Like, screen time. Maybe not even.
That's
he
the
wasn't
thing
even
is that
in Sonic
Knuckles-
Unleashed. Like,
Well,
He
like,
wasn't in the
yeah.
films, yeah.
He was supposed to be, but he wasn't. But like, regardless of that, I think it's a thing where it's like Knuckles was so kind of he wasn't really around for a long time, and now he's here, and I was afraid that the show was gonna like do some like damage to his reputation or whatever, but it ended up not really making much of a difference. In fact, a lot of people were excited to see Wade Whipple in the third Sonic movie.
Right.
Like people cheered, and I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
It
was one of those things
Like,
where
It was funny.
Yeah,
it was very
I
funny.
kind of threw my shoulders down. I was like, okay. Like, people asked, "Did you boo for Wade?" No, I didn't. Like,
I did.
No.
No, I remember when the film was on. Every time they'd be like, "Oh, it's in a." Every time he's like, "It's in a mysterious location, only Knuckles knows." Like, "Oh, Angel Island, And then I remember, as we're building up to, it's in a secret location, but be warned, there is a warrior. And
like Guardian, yeah.
1 second before Wade showed up, I went, "It's Wade," and then Wade
Wade.
appears. I was like, "There you go. Okay."
There's my lad.
Guarded by a warrior, I knew immediately we were about to see Wade, and I was like,
Also,
what?
yeah.
Like, he should have been bowling. That would have been funny. He should have been bowling and not paying attention. And he just go up and grab it.
one thing
Why
I
was he
quickly,
using, why was he using the Master Emerald as a hockey puck?
because he's Wade.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
God, I want to fucking
Because
throw him off the building.
So theoretically, Frank, if we think about it, like using geology and like facts, technically the Master Emerald should be a lot like it should have like a harder cut or whatever than the stone that he's like pushing it around on. So if anything, the Master Emerald is going to scratch up the roof.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to quickly respond to one comment here because I think this is quite interesting. Or I could just run out of memory. That's fine. Sure. Let me just reload that real quick so I can see
Oh,
the
that
chat.
happens to me too.
Yeah, I hate it. Okay, so I can't read it now, so that's fucking fantastic. But the comment was from Winderstorm, just saying like I kind of can't imagine like movie Knuckles being voiced by a white actor. And interestingly enough, in the short film Drone Home, Knuckles he was voiced by Fred Tatasciore, or whatever the fuck you pronounce that as. No disrespect to Fred T. But yeah, he was voiced by him, and I thought he worked for what it was. Like, it was fine. Like, I definitely
He's like
rather.
a sound alike, right?
It's not a sound
He was a
alike.
decent budget Knuckles.
I think he was.
Yeah.
I think Fred was one of the writers of the project or something, and he did voice Knuckles in the storyboard animatics for Sonic 2. So yeah, I think he's someone who's just kind of involved in production that lent his voiceover because it was kind of like it's good enough, you know. They also
He's
had
here
a
and he can
stand-in.
just do it. Yeah.
They also had a stand-in for Tails as well in that one, which is interesting because I think getting a hold of Colin O'Shaughnessy would be easier than maybe Ben Schwartz, but hey ho, they got Ben Schwartz. I guess they're probably not going to budge on Ben Schwartz. We're probably never going to have a stand-in for Ben Schwartz.
No.
What I was gonna say is like you got to remember this is like a DVD extra kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, like Christmas
that's true.
with or a very Sonic Christmas, I suppose, is the equivalent for that for movie 3. So I don't know because they did get Idris Elba and Keanu Reeves and Colleen O'Shaughnessy and fucking Adam Pally as Santa Claus. And you know what? If you want to get
Santa's
Adam
dead.
Pally in
I'm kidding.
another
Adam Pally's all right.
if you want to get Adam Pally in another Sonic project, give me a okay, first give me a proper Shadow spin-off, then give me a Shadow spin-off short where he helps Santa as part of his redemption or something, and have Adam Pally as Santa.
I have an idea. I have an idea that I think people might think is funny. Do you know in like older Nickelodeon shows or Disney Channel shows? I think I'm thinking of a Wizard of Waverly Place thing. If you guys have seen that,
I don't
they
know
had
what that
this
is.
one. You haven't seen that show?
Nope.
There was this one
That's a show for
actor
girls,
that
isn't
was.
it?
No, it's not. It was fucking awesome. Shut up.
It's for girls. No wonder you watch it.
No, it's not. It's
It was-
about magic, asshole.
Dylan's
It's
a
very
little
good.
girl.
It was like a baby show for babies or
I
something.
will not budge on this one. This
For
is not
baby
this is a show
girls.
for anybody. First of all, it doesn't
I don't
matter
know.
who's watching it.
Yeah, it
doesn't
sounds
ma-
like it's.
Listen,
it sounds like
if I said Hannah Montana, I would agree with that. I would be like, yes, no, you can totally rip into me for that.
Dylan, did it
Wizard
make
of
your
Waverly Place,
did it
was
make
Hannah
your
Montana?
boy pussy
2/3 of
quiver?
the main cast
Dylan?
are dudes. It's almost all dudes.
Wow,
Listen,
wow.
okay,
so
Dylan-
like kind of like a Camp Rock. You know, that was also a show for girls.
I had not seen that. I don't.
Dylan, you love boy bands, don't you?
I don't. I don't think I ever did.
Um,
anyway, what was I saying? You
listeners,
interrupted my
I-
fucking brain.
Something about
Listeners,
Wizards
I
of
might be a
Waverly
little
Place
old for
and
this podcast. I
My
don't
Little
know.
Pony
okay.
and stuff.
Okay, so
like,
my idea that is not what I said. You could shut your damn mouth. So what I'm thinking is we have a space adventure, right? We have a thing where we have to go into space. I don't care what the reason is. And every planet they go to, they could just have Adam Pally play a character, but he's a different character on each planet, just so he can be in the movie still and not as Wade. Like he's not playing Wade on each planet, even though that would also be extremely funny. Like
That
if it
would be
just went
funny.
to each planet and there was a Wade.
Into the Wade
Uh,
verse.
into the Wadeverse, but also if he just had him playing various characters and nobody mentioned it, even though it was like really obvious, it'd be like an Austin Powers movie, you know, where like Mike Myers is like half of the cast. You just like don't pay attention to it.
Okay, yeah, that would be kind of funny.
I feel like that'd be fun.
I would prefer
would
if
be fun.
Adam Pally is like playing different characters, not just like Wade Whipple in every planet, because, well, obviously,
Yeah,
I don't like the
just
character.
the idea of Wade just being there and being like, "Hi, I'm Wade. I've never met you before," but it's like on every planet. It's like, what is this?
I'd get
Like,
so
what
tired
does
of
this
that.
mean?
I've always said that the Sonic movies, if they decide to do like cameos like that, would do like a Big the Cat cameo, like in
Big
other
Cat-
aspects.
That's funny too.
I think
Oh,
Wade.
he could play
I
Big
think
the
Wade.
Cat.
I think Wade and Big the Cat would kick it off. I think we need like. Here's the
Wade
thing.
Wade
Replace-
is the movie's Big the Cat.
Replace Knuckles in the Knuckles show with Big the Cat. Easy 10 out of 10 show. Not even gonna lie.
I
Like
mean,
that would
it
be
wouldn't
so
change
much
the
better.
fact that there's total narrative dissonance and several subplots that don't have anything to
Sure.
do with anything.
But it
But,
makes
um,
Yeah,
it would
Big
make
the
more
Cat's gonna
sense.
help Wade get reunite with his father.
But then they're also going to have like a bowling thing, and then they're also going to have a meal, and then there's also bounty hunters, and then like nothing fucking connects in that show, man.
Yeah, honestly, like I think the show would be entertaining if if Big would just pick up a car and throw it at someone.
Alternatively,
That-
I want to quickly note Big the Cat
wait.
Wade and replace Jack Sinclair with Fang the Hunter.
Oh, what I was gonna say, you know that giant thing that the
Ooh.
dealer was in, that giant machine.
The buyer.
Oh yeah.
Big the Cat picks it up, throws it.
He can pick
Yeah,
up
he
cars.
could.
man.
No,
He's-
Like,
he's a power type.
Look, I don't like Big the Cat, but I will acknowledge how fucking strong he is. That character is a fucking unit.
I'm still waiting to see Burger Man in one of these movies, man. Like,
I know. We need
We're like
we need
3 movies
Burger
and a
Man
crappy
so
TV
bad.
show in. What the hell? No Burger Man?
yeah, you could have Adam Pally play Burger Man. Like,
Movie. Oh,
Oh, put him in, like let's say
Movie 4.
Wade had to get like another job or something because he failed that guarding the Master Emerald, and it's him at a burger shop, and and there's the Burger Man statue like right up front. That would be really funny.
imagine how funny
Katie,
it would
I like
be
your
if,
idea.
What if Wade is not Big the Cat, but Big the Cat was in the Knuckles show, and when Wanda's fucking acting up, you just see Big get up from the table, walk out, and then a car just crashes through the fucking kitchen wall, and he's just like, "I wrecked your car, Wanda."
He just throws the car at Wanda.
You need to learn to behave, Wanda.
Take the fork out of my arm, Wanda.
Wanda, you put the fork
have
in my
one
arm.
stand.
I'm gonna take my fishing hook and stick it in your fucking eye.
Wanda, I am like a video game nerd.
This just sounds like another Smiling Friends bit. Like, what do we do?
Wanda, I'm going to fucking kill you.
What if he just talked like Bob from Bob's Burgers? Like,
Wanda,
Big
I'm
did?
going to kill you.
That's actually a good choice.
Wanda,
for a Big the Cat.
I'm going to poison your.
Oh
burger.
yeah, like if there's a Big the Cat voice, I would actually like it to be Bob from Bob's Burgers. Not gonna lie, I
Wanda,
think that
I'm
would
going to
actually
put
fit
the
pretty
fear
well.
of God in you. I think John
He only
Goodman.
talks about burgers. Oh, he only
I-
talks about fishing. I'm in.
I would love John Goodman to voice Big the Cat.
John Goodman is big.
I mean,
Honestly,
also,
could see
like,
it. Yeah, no, you're right.
before Jim
Yeah.
Carrey was cast as Dr. Robotnik, my dream pick for a live-action Robotnik was always Wayne Knight. Frank, you probably know him as Newman from Seinfeld. Everyone
Oh
else,
God.
Well, that's a good choice.
everyone else, the See Who Cares,
We're just
Nobody
gonna
Cares
turn it
guy
into
from
Seinfeld,
Jurassic Park.
okay?
I mean,
We're gonna
I
have
was
like
gonna.
you're gonna have like Sonic as Jerry Seinfeld as Sonic.
No, that's okay. We don't need him.
Yeah, no, if we don't, but you know, it'd be
Yeah, he's
kinda
got
funny for one.
16-year-old girls to date, but
Ew.
my kind of
I
my dream cast for
was
Sonic. I had Dreamcast,
That
get
was
it?
worse.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, my Dreamcast, for
Dreamcast
Sonic
mentioned.
was always Michael J. Fox as Sonic versus Wayne Knight as Dr. Robotnik.
Oh
Big
my
the Cat
gosh.
should be played by Brad Garrett. That is an interesting choice. You have like this
Huh.
very deep voiced Big the Cat.
Oh my god.
You got.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
we must
no.
bowl.
KB's super
Patrick
chat is
Warburton.
brilliant, but
We must fish.
wait, who
Fishing
is
is
it?
nice, actually.
Who is it that plays? Wait, who is it that plays my version of Knuckles? You know, who is it that plays fucking? You know, you look like you're gonna tell me not to come to school tomorrow. Who plays him?
That's Zach Hadel.
Get him as big.
I agree.
I think I would actually love Big the Cat if he was voiced by him, and
And
like
whoever
him.
voices Pim could voice Froggy. Just have him talk. Fuck it.
Alan.
Just have Froggy talk.
I want him to be voiced by Alan. I'm sorry, I want him to be Alan.
I don't know that guy's name. I don't know.
yeah.
Let's just get
what's that guy's name?
Let's just
Get
get
away from me,
Patrick
Big.
Warburton. Just get Patrick
Thank-
Warburton to be
Thank
be big.
God. And then turns
Hey,
around, and sees Big.
hey, Peter.
What the fuck?
It's like, hey, dude, you talking about the poison? The poison for Eggman? The poison
Him
that's
is
supposed
Michael
to kill Eggman?
Cusack, and Alan is.
You kiss your dad
I
on the
don't
mouth.
see Alan here. What the fuck? Where is he?
Just get Zach Hadel from or is that how you say his name?
Whoever plays
creator
Mr.
of Smiling
Boss.
Friends.
Whoever
Yeah,
plays-
creator of Smiling Friends.
Whoever plays Mr. Boss could voice fucking Omega.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
still
sorry.
hoping
Okay.
A digitized
Oh, Michael
version of that voice.
Michael Cusack plays almost. He plays a lot of characters. He plays Pim, Alan with one L, Mr. Frog, Pim's dad. He plays a lot of people. I think Zach plays a lot of people as well.
I'm Mr. Frog. I ate the bug. I love you. This is my show.
Wait.
Yeah.
Mr. Frog as Omega. And just have him
Same
run
guy,
like super
yeah.
fast,
Oh,
and
Michael.
that'd be terrifying. Yeah, but
Say
like,
less. I'm
using-
seeing the vision. I
using
see
the
the
Mr.
vision
Frog
immediately.
character, but as Omega.
Hello,
Actually,
but
no,
I'm
seeing
not
him-
sorry.
I'm
Seeing
not
him
sorry,
run-
though.
If he ran on screen at that speed, I think my soul would leave my body. That's just
I
terrifying.
love when they run around fast. Like that kills me every time. I don't know why.
Also, I'm just gonna say, I
hello.
think whoever
call
the
dibs.
next, kind of getting back to the main topic, whoever that next like continuous Sonic villain is, I hope it is someone that is capable of making robots, because there's still stories to tell, like about like the E series. I would love to see Gamma be done in one of these movies. His story get told, like he dies and then the bird starts flossing. It would be great. Like,
Okay, but he has to fight
Fucking
is it?
insane.
he has to fight Beta at the very end.
what, he has to
Like
fight
that
Dylan?
could go on while the main characters are fighting. Yeah, unfortunately, that could go on while the actual like the main fight's going on.
okay.
So you just go
I
back
get
and
what's
forth.
coming to you.
Who would win in a fight? E102 Gamma or E10 whatever the fuck Dylan?
E101
Delta.
Dylan Beta or Delta. Delta. I
I'm
thought
on
Delta was
Delta.
Wait,
I'm
I
on-
think
I'm on
what is a Delta male?
Big
Let's find out.
Alpha 2.
E10 something Delta Airlines.
What's a Delta
Delta
male?
Airlines.
Yeah.
Described as a
E102
responsible man who
spirit.
takes pride in his work. Okay.
Let's see.
Fuck yeah, dude. Delta male.
No, I think Dylan's actually an Omega male.
Delta male.
Omega
wait, no,
male.
the-
That sounds like Mega Man's new friend.
The Omega male is
The Amiga
clear
male.
with his intentions, has unusual hobbies, a child at heart. What's the one that's like the man that's given up?
What do you mean? I'm here making jokes and friends.
And Mario 64 model or ROM or
And Mario
mods.
64 models swaps like a fucking badass. I'm fucking
Where are
sad.
your bitches? What kind of hero abandons his bitches to go on a podcast?
What do you mean? Who cares? They can handle
One
themselves.
One with priorities.
Yeah, it's true. Sunset
I
City
have my
bros
freaking
before
priorities.
these particular people. Well, anyone else got any
Anyway.
villain idea? What if they made their own villain for these movies?
Anyway,
I wouldn't mind
Beta
that.
is E101.
Okay.
And Delta's E103. So just
So I would be a little afraid of them making a brand new villain for these, just based on the track record of Knuckles. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I do see the vision with a character like Pistol Pete in that he's kind of very unlike Knuckles himself. It's just his utilization was very bad. Jack Sinclair is probably one of the better characters in that show, to be fair. But I don't give a fuck about Agent Mason and Agent Willoughby. Like, the thing is, as well, they're all humans. Like, I think it would be cool to get a villain that is a robot or a villain that is another animal creature or something. At the same time, I do appreciate that dichotomy between Sonic and his human arch-nemesis, Dr. Robotnik. But I think, you know, that's another thing as well, is I guess they would have to... They'd probably want to get a big celebrity actor to play Neo Metal Sonic. At the same time, I can see benefit in it being Ben Schwartz doing it, because, like, it naturally makes sense to have Sonic and Sonic sound alike. At the same time...
Just throw on a filter.
Yeah, or, like, he's on a filter and he's also just playing it like he's a very angry fucking guy. But in my head, I just want someone that can achieve that anger, that pure vitriolic hatred.
What if they don't show off a villain in the fourth movie? Like, you see, like, Metal
What do you
Sonic...
mean, like, there's no conflict?
No, not that
There's no conflict
like,
in this movie.
You don't see the villain until the very end, which would set up for the fifth movie.
I mean, they're probably going to do
What do we do in the
that.
fourth one?
But, I mean, the fourth one will have Metal Sonic, but maybe Metal Sonic is not going to be our ongoing arch-nemesis.
Well, he's not, like, the main villain, you mean? Like, it's going to be, like, the Infinity War.
Well, no, bitch. What I'm kind of saying...
I've never seen it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
What I'm kind of saying, you little man, is that, like, what they could do is, like, it could be that, like, Metal Sonic is the villain for this movie, the next movie will have a different villain. Like, Metal Sonic could just be a one and done, or it could be that we meet Neo Metal Sonic, who's going to become the ongoing arch-nemesis of Sonic, and that's that, you know? They might not even do an ongoing arch-enemy. They might just be, like, all the villains from here on out are going to be story-sensitive, effectively. But I think that would be a mistake.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to do that. Throw villains out so much.
They might do it. Let's say Robotnik is dead, which I feel like he should stay dead, because of how well his arc kind of like tied up in a nice bow at the end of movie 3. They might do a villain of the week type deal. They might pull an MCU and just be like, here is like a villain for this movie, and they're killed off, and then we move on to the next one, and then maybe later on they have an overarching villain like what they did with Thanos. But I don't know. Like,
that's the thing, is they do have time, but they need to make a strong impression. Because the thing is, people are used to the fact that Marvel has lots of villains, and that you're going to go through villains like you go through fucking popcorn. But, like, with Sonic, Jim Carrey has been such a big part of these movies' appeal, and Dr. Robotnik is integral to Sonic. So they are going to have to come into Sonic 4 with a big mission statement, a big case to say, these movies can still work, these movies can be just as good as they were before without Dr. Robotnik. And I think to do that, Sonic needs an arch-nemesis. However, like, they might not do that.
It's going to be Agent Stone.
I don't think Agent Stone's a villain, though. He's not a fucking villain.
Nah, he's not a villain. He doesn't give villain energy. He was infatuated with the Doctor, but he never partook really in his schemes. He was just there, kind of just being his assistant, like helping. But he wasn't like he wasn't enthralled with the idea of being evil. He was enthralled with Eggman.
I feel like if Eggman told him to kill someone, he would have done it.
I mean, that's the thing. Eggman has to tell him to do that. That's the thing. But since Eggman's not here, there's no real motive for him to be evil.
I mean, we really have no way of knowing that.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be an ally.
Maybe not from like him trying to be evil or anything. Like, he just say he creates a metal version of Eggman.
But the other thing is, Stone, if he really wanted to impress
and loses
Eggman,
control of it.
If he really wanted to impress Eggman, he could have just fucking killed Sonic and the gang as soon as he saw him. But he didn't. He led him into the house. He gave him a cup of fucking stuff to drink or whatever the fuck. He didn't. But, like, he's quite cordial with Sonic and the gang in Sonic 3. And I think that's part of why people like Agent Stone is he's not... this isn't really who he is in his heart. He's just a guy that works for another guy, effectively. And it's like, I would be happier for Agent Stone to be a recurring character, but not a villain. Like, especially...
Yeah, I think I'd want him to be an ally.
Especially after his dynamic with Tails as well in Sonic 3. Like, it was nice, those two together, and how, like...
It was.
He was also kind of critical of his friendship with Dr. Robotnik in that movie as well. Like, he did start to kind of second guess, and it was purely Robotnik's choice at the end of it that kind of sealed the deal and made them, made it like, oh, yeah, I love the Doctor, and stuff like that, So I don't think Agent Stone is ever going to be the villain. Like, I just think he was a good accomplice. In the same way that, like, Orbot and Cubot aren't really villains, Like, they're friendly with Sonic.
Yeah,
as
it's
and
like
when.
like that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to get at. It's like it's like if you had like Orbot and Cubot be the main villains. Like it just wouldn't feel right, you know? Like it just
That'd be
would
really
be kind of
funny, though.
weird.
And the
It is
different the
funny.
thing is, it's more possible with Orbot and Cubot because hi, they're robots. You can like install evil on them, whereas like Agent Stone's a
Install
dude.
evil.
Like here's the
This is
evil
where I
firmware,
was-
you know?
I
This
love,
is where
I
I
love
would
the
want-
idea of just like installing like a fucking like virus that just says evil into a robot.
That's the
It's
zero
like,
virus.
I'm evil now. I mean,
But that's the thing,
It's
though.
on the-
Is like a robot.
It's what it
can
says
be
on the hard
anything.
drive.
A robot
Yeah.
can be anything you want it to be, whereas an Agent Stone is Agent Stone. You know?
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah. He's his own man.
Trey, it's the E drive that's labeled evil.
The E drive, evil.
Maybe you know what they could even do is be like Agent Stone is like, okay, I'm gonna use the resources that Robotnik has left behind for me, but I'm going to kind of conquer the world, but in a way that is good, like do good conquering, you know, like the British. No, I'm joking, but like I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna use Robotnik's tech to benefit
Jesus.
the world, and so the first thing he does is he creates a Metal Sonic, and Metal Sonic fucking turns out to be not his partner in crime to help him do good, but Metal Sonic's fucking mean as hell, and he like
I
underestimates.
really like that
Robotnik's tech.
idea.
Like
That's such a great idea because I really like Agent Stone. I think that's a really, really great way to like take the character in a new direction.
yeah, like he's trying to use Robotnik's tech, you know, for positives. And it's like, oh, I'll make a robot Sonic to help out the gang and stuff. Oops, he's evil. Like,
Yeah, he goes evil.
Yeah,
immediately.
it's
He
like
eats
the-
Google for 3 minutes, and he's like, "I'm killing the whole world."
Yeah, it's almost like what we were talking about before with let's say Jim Carrey comes back as Eggman, survived or whatever, him trying to do good, but it just happens to be like like he just accidentally stays evil. Basically, it would be like that, but with Agent Stone.
I also love the
Like-
idea that maybe like Neo Metal is extra mean to Tails just because he knows that like Sonic would not be mean to Tails. But like it's not even
Oh
like
my gosh.
it's not even like in a like a I'm gonna kill Tails kind of way. It's more of a I'm gonna ruin Tails' self-esteem kind of way.
Oh no.
There was that point in Sonic Boom Robots from the Sky, and I can't remember what it was, but like there was a robot Tails made, and like something along the lines of like someone says, "Oh, that's kind of cool," and he says, "Well, I clearly didn't get it from my creator," and Tails is like, "Aw," like that, have that kind of thing.
Oh.
What
Why
if
would he be that mean
Tails?
to himself?
What if Tails creates Metal Sonic? You know, like that could be a thing.
Could also be fun.
Oh.
Amy.
Like that maybe.
Amy created
Yeah.
Metal Sonic. He's her.
Yeah.
And she's trying to kill him before it happens in the future.
Yeah, or it could be that like she went to Tails and was like, "Hey, look, Sonic won't like date me. Can you make a Sonic robot for me to get practice on?" And he's like, "Sure
Okay.
thing."
No.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Yeah.
And it's all about like,
for some
can AI chatbots replace humans in relationships? Like, is like the big message.
for some reason a lot of these ideas are reminding me like I watched recently a stream with like Isabel and Salty DK Dan where they were reading like Sonic confessionals.
Hey, we know
and-
Salty's our friend.
Oh, Salty's awesome. I haven't really had a one-on-one conversation with Salty. Apparently, I talked with him at Expo, and I didn't know it was him because he rarely shows his face. And we talked for a minute, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that was you," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was you." Like we both like didn't recognize each other. It was really funny.
Yeah, no, as far as like wealthy
say, "Hey, I'm
Hollywood
Trey
elites
Nobles."
go, like Salty's lovely.
Oh yeah. Salty's great. Izzy's great. Izzy's a sweetheart. She's awesome. But yeah, they were reading like Sonic confessionals. My favorite one was Confession 18, where the start of it was, "I'm so genuinely in love with Big the Cat." And I just started dying. It was really funny. And then like that confessional ended with, "I'm a full-blown lesbian, by the way." And I was like, this is awesome. I love this so much.
It's on another level.
It's like I'm bisexual, but the only man I love is Big the Cat. It's like that's so real though. But
Good
yeah,
golly,
no.
Miss Molly.
But yeah, this I feel like we have a couple of good ideas as to how this is going to go. It is just going to be interesting. I think the Agent Stone thing would be very cool because it's like it's not like Eggman's equipment disappeared with him, you know? Like And Agent Stone is probably one of the only other people that knows how to work it, other than Eggman himself. And considering that,
dead.
That's another thing we established in the prequel comic as well. And the prequel comic is definitely canon because, like, they've, those fucking weird owl people that step out of the ring portal at the start of Sonic 2. Like, it answers who they are. The Sonic 2 prequel,
Guardians or whatever.
Yeah, and the Sonic 2 prequel also sets up the buyer for the Knuckles TV series. Does more to set him up than the fucking show did, to be honest. So, like, it is definitely canon. But, like, that first story where the people are working for the buyer and are trying to control Robotnik's drones, Agent Stone has control of them while Robotnik is gone. So it's like, yeah, like, he's, he clearly has some control over this stuff and, has the keys to the Robotnik kingdom. So it's like, like, we could explore that. We could see how he chooses to use these, things, show it in a much more virtuous intention, but the second he tries to do that, it all backfires and we get a whole host of new robotic villains.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, with how
what if it's Tails
evil...
and Agent Stone at the same time? That way, it's a little
they could
more.
work my together. They could have like a little ring races kind of dynamic, where it's like, look what we made together.
That would
and then they fuck up, and it's like, we made Metal Sonic. Sorry.
That would be very. That would actually be very fucking cool.
Silver just pops his head out of a portal, like, what the fuck did you do this time?
Guys,
voiced by Tom Holland. Hey.
No, it's
but
for me. I want to voice.
I want to voice him.
You will never voice Silver in anything ever.
All right, Dylan. I'm gonna try and create some kind of web series. You're gonna voice Silver.
Yeah.
It's just the color. It's not even like it's
a bar. It's like a bar
just
of
a
silver.
lump of metal,
It's just a lump of silver.
I'm here. Please save me. What did that lump of silver say?
Wouldn't it be so funny if Silver
This
gets
is from the
voiced by
future?
one of us?
No, we're talking about the hedgehog. Oh, okay.
If one of you guys got the voice role of Silver and didn't tell me, I'd be really upset.
What do you mean didn't tell? We're under NDA. I mean, we would be
I know,
under
but
NDA.
like, we're friends. I wouldn't tell anybody.
All of us are voicing Silver except for you. He talks in
would
We're
tell
all
everybody.
voicing variants of Silver, yeah.
I would tell everybody.
Greg, you wouldn't have that job for very long, bro.
Yeah, you'd get fired immediately.
Yeah.
Well, I try to get as much dirt on them as I can, and then I'm just gonna say everything.
Wait, Frank, do you ever do any kind of voice acting at all?
Nope.
If you were asked to do it, would you?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Very mindful, very demure.
Very to what now?
No, nothing.
Very sexy.
Nope, that's not what I said.
Is that what that means?
Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put anything in my mouth, actually. That would be bad.
Don't tell me what to do.
No, what? No.
I think
what is happening?
For the next villain, though, they should definitely play around with, like...
Let's move on.
I think they should definitely play around with the grab bag of different, like, little villain characters that you could make blank canvases. Like,
I think
yeah.
I think
Orbot,
metal being... Yeah, I think metal being created within this universe would just make more sense than him just appearing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I will say it would technically retcon. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it would retcon the post-credit scene of Sonic 3. But most of everything that was like revealed in post-credit scene gets retconned anyways.
Why would it? Why would it have to?
Well, because Sonic doesn't recognize him.
Yeah, well, like
it would be a thing if Tails was working. If Tails was working alongside Agent Stone,
it was a surprise
to create Metal Sonic.
He doesn't know everything about Tails' life.
No, they would have to use like I would think that they would have to use like Sonic's quill as like a power source.
No,
or something.
Tails is a good inventor. Don't fucking underestimate him, okay?
I'm not underestimating him, but what I'm saying is that they would...
He can make a fucking Metal Sonic without no fucking quill.
What I'm saying is that like Tails would want to first of all ask Sonic if this is okay.
No, he wouldn't
like,
do
can
that.
I make
Sonic don't fucking care.
Like Tails freaking watched Sonic for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna ask permission to do anything else? That's kind of weird.
You know, that's a good
He
point.
knows what Sonic wants.
Sonic for a while.
He knows him
That is
well
true.
enough to know that he's cool.
They live together. They're basically brothers.
Yeah. They've
the thing,
explored each other's bodies.
why would I think
No.
my thing is that why would Tails want to hide it from Sonic? Like, why would that even be like a thing in the first place? It would
Birthday
Yeah,
like
it's not
present?
high. It's a surprise. It's Christmas.
Or, yeah.
He's gonna be like,
but
surprise!
his first surprise is being attacked by it in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah, he doesn't expect that. But
Tails,
like,
this is awesome. Thank you.
Tails is like, I'm gonna make a nice little birthday present for Sonic. I've made this
Great
fucking,
Tails.
this fucking shit right here, and Sonic's gonna love it. Wait, where did he go? Did he take on a mind of his own and now wants to go on a fucking murderous rampage? Oh shit, he is. Oh my god, my suspicions are true. Oh, the humanity. Like that could be the story of Sonic 4.
Yeah.
Where's Amy falling into the?
She's
Into the fray.
dead. dies in the first game.
Well, the thing is, you can't fit her into the story, so we've decided we're gonna delay that.
I'm gonna remove her from the story.
Yeah, we're removing her. Like,
Oh,
we
no.
don't need Amy. she's problematic, you know, like.
Oh no.
She just wasn't girl boss enough, so we had to get rid of her. But that's okay.
Wasn't girl bossing.
Yeah, like it was kind of politically incorrect to have Amy in these movies, so we decided no girls instead, and that will fix it.
Yeah, because that's the better option.
No
Just
girls
some
allowed.
consecutive thing.
No girls allowed.
No girls allowed.
In the treehouse.
The treehouse? Why not? What happened in the tree?
I mean, how many girls are in our treehouse right now?
Oh,
I mean, that is partly down
None.
to the fact that none of us get bitches except for Trey because he doesn't stop going on about the
I'm
fact
not
he's got a
looking-
girlfriend.
Oh,
But
I was just gonna say that came from the fact that we kind of put our treehouse a little too high up.
that's true. Women are too short to reach it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean like, you know,
Pup, you're like
I think I-
5'1".
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm
the
not
pup, you're
5'1".
5'2".
I'm 5'3". 5'3", damn it!
I'm 5'3".
I'm not a minor, okay?
Just like every other guy, you round up. I understand.
It's not round up. But why would you round up to
He
3?
rounds up
You'd
to
round up to
5'6".
5. Like, what the fuck? Such a weird number to round. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think
get platform shoes.
no. I don't feel the need to hide my stumpiness. It's Short King Spring, okay?
It's winter.
We're in the,
It's
yeah,
winter.
it's winter.
Well,
We
then
still
it
have a
is.
couple months till spring.
Yeah, I know, but it's Scum Winter, so I'm still in vogue.
No, it's white. It's white woman winter.
No, it's Scum Winter, okay?
Okay.
What? They got a summer now. They got a winter.
Oh, white girl summer. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I did rename one of my group chats with my flatmates to Bad Man 2025 because I was like, we're gonna be bad people for this year.
That's your New Year's resolution, just to
We're
be
gonna have
terrible.
characters be
No,
aggressive this
I
year,
literally, I said on both Twitter.com, Blue Sky, and my YouTube community feed, my New Year's resolution is to go to prison.
Hi.
Oh, that's right. I posted on that. I said I get the document ready.
So yeah, happy
Oh, yeah.
happy Bad Man 2025.
I don't.
That's so
mine is
funny.
mine is to start my villain arc.
Okay, so
Oh,
it's
that's like
Bad
the
Man
same as Pups,
2025
yeah.
for.
Well, no, I'm not gonna end up in prison. I'm gonna be a smart villain.
I mean, you
Oh.
don't have. I mean, it's smart to go to prison because then you don't have to pay rent.
It's smart. Okay, but
You
you
get
can't
fed?
do what you want to do.
I guess that's fair,
Yeah, you
but
can.
then you have to deal with other prisoners, and
Yeah, but
then
who's
you have
gonna-
to
who's
deal
gonna
with,
stop you from jacking
working
off
for
in
like
prison, you know?
$1. You have to work for like $1 a day or some shit.
Don't worry about
That's
it.
awful.
Someone said Sunset City is a prison.
You're
I mean,
right.
yeah, that's the
absolutely
thing is, I
right.
never specified which prison. You know, like
Yeah, fair,
Going
valid.
to clown prison,
oh, it
where
could
you
be
will
one
be
of
a
those
clown in prison.
those
Prison
German
Island.
prisons that has like a swimming pool and Wi-Fi
Prison
and
Island.
stuff.
What?
What?
Yeah, German
Why would they
prisons are
have that?
really nice.
Interesting.
Sure.
Looks like I gotta commit some
Prison
crimes
and nice do not belong in the same sentence.
I think you get deported if you go to Germany and commit a crime.
I mean,
I
the,
feel like
the
that's your
idea
intention.
is that you would get reformed in there rather than fucking beaten up.
I think you would get both.
No, really, no. Let me get you a picture of a German prison.
Oh god, I don't like
No,
where
that's
this is
okay.
going.
It's just like a picture of the Willy Wonka like chocolate factory.
Like, look at this.
Yeah.
This looks like a fucking student dorm. Like, it's nice. Like,
Gosh.
But
Okay,
remember-
hold on. Is that nice or is that indicative that dorms at colleges look like prison cells?
Yeah, that's fair.
look, maybe there's a bit of crossover between the two, but like,
Do Dude, I didn't live at the college I went to, but I had some friends that did, and a few of them got sick, and it found out it's because the lunchroom food was just fucking terrible for you.
Wait, hang on. You went to college?
What, you didn't?
Yeah, I'm a graduate. I have a diploma.
Waste.
I know.
Wait, you didn't go to college?
No, I did. I went to uni and college.
Why?
Because uni and college are two different things in the UK. Like, college is basically like a little bit of an extension of secondary school. Which
Oh
is
damn,
basically
you have to
high
do
school.
two of them. Haha.
Yeah, no, that's
Well, that is two
Imagine
more.
going to school twice.
That's a few more years spent not going to work. So fuck you all.
And that's
you
also
know what?
a few years
And all
spent
that
not
time
making
you
money.
spent in all that time you spent in school, you could have bought a house.
No, I couldn't have.
What? What?
Me and what wallet? What are you talking about?
Haven't you seen those where it's like, oh, in all the time you did this, you could have bought a house. Oh, what you should have done is you should have gone back to
Oh,
like.
okay, yeah.
Oh no, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm not
gonna
being serious
start-
about any of this.
I'm gonna start copy
I
and
got you.
pasting the super chats, by the way, because I think we're heading for an impasse.
Yeah.
We're
Before
running
we
out
get
of
to-
steam.
Before we get to the outpass.
Yeah, exactly. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Outcast.
I will be right back, by the way.
Get back here.
Get back.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Get the fuck.
Return.
What an idiot.
Trey, return.
What an idiot.
What is he, a Pokemon?
You can summon
Yes.
him to court, where he will do jury duty.
I guess you can. In that way, a lot of people are like Pokemon.
Oh God, jury duty. I
Oh,
hate
Oh,
it.
you have jury duty, right?
We have it in the UK. I've never done jury duty before.
No, Frank. Aren't you like signed up or something?
Well, technically you have to if you get like an ID or if you get a driver's license or
Yeah,
any
you
of that
don't.
stuff.
You can't
No, was it-
choose.
Or
to
or
do
even if
jury
you
duty.
register to vote.
Oh, was it not you that got called recently? Am I thinking of
No,
someone else?
I got called like 11 years ago.
Oh,
You've been alive
I
for
think I got
11
called like
years.
8 or 9 years ago, and I got a doctor's note, and they were like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
You know, I was just going to school, so it was like, sorry, this doesn't count, even though my grade dropped for like the classes I was taking for that week. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like one of my flatmates got called for jury duty, but got out of it for health reasons. I think if I got called for jury duty, I would just try and make it fun.
I'm sure they'd
There was
love
a-
that.
There was a woman who was they were asking like, oh, would you be able to like have an unbiased would you be able to be unbiased? through this?
unbiased?
And
No.
her answer was no, I would not.
Like the thing is, I'm not a tout. I feel like that's the main thing. I would just be like, what's the offense here? And they'd be like, oh, it's drug offensive. Like, well, I'm not gonna fucking tout on that. He's innocent.
I always thought I'd walk in, they'd be like, "You know this man?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, Dennis." And then
Yeah,
they'd be like,
Dennis
"All right."
never commit any crimes. He's incapable
Dennis
of
would
it.
never do anything like
Dennis
that. He'd be-
literally
he's
has
like,
no
I really should have
arms
done
to
something like,
interact with.
oh, hey, it's you. It's like, oh, I recognize him.
"Yeah, do you know this man?" "No, sir, I don't." "No, he's lying."
How to immediately
You
get out
walk
of
down the
jury
jury.
duty.
Stop
Wave
being
and
a
wink at
bitch.
the
We know each
fucking
other.
defendant.
You make the
Hey!
call.
Oh man, I felt bad for a dude who was like falling asleep because he was so bored. And then it was like, it's like, oh, just go ahead and leave, see if he can get you like a longer case or something. It's like, Jesus.
So I take it you can't play your Nintendo 3DS at jury duty.
No, you have to
No,
sit
that's
and
why I
take
didn't go.
notes for like hours on end.
It would just
Oh,
my
yes,
book
I
would
can't
be
do
full of doodles.
I eventually
Exactly.
got to that point.
It'd be like a school class. Like I'd be just doodling and
I mean, yeah, I could get my old uni notepad out of my storage locker, and
No, they give you one.
you could see my many doodles. No, I'm just saying, I would love to show you guys all of the fucking... Because
Oh,
there
okay.
comes a point where there's some basic notes, so a few less notes on the next page, less notes, oh, oops, all doodles from here on out.
oops, all the that is like I start the day like the year with the intention of like, you know, back when I was in school at least, I'm gonna take notes this time and I'm gonna do well, and then like literally 2 days go by and I'm like, fuck it, I don't
But
care.
then after a while, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to take a picture of what's on the screen and that will be my notes.
Yeah, that's completely valid, I would say.
And then they also upload the PowerPoints to the Moodle anyway, so it's like I could just download the PowerPoint. Why do I need notes for?
My professors never did that. Those assholes.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, that is kind of asshole.
You should hate them then. I mean, truth be
hate
told,
I hate them.
I was not a great student in that, like, I didn't take notes and I never did the reading.
I did the reading because I had to, but I didn't like study or anything.
Same.
I would literally, like, I remember in foundation year history, because I had to do a foundation year before going on to the film course, and one of the things for foundation year history was United Kingdom history from 1900 to the present day, and it's like, I do not give a fuck about history, and it's just, like, because the thing is, I am not a dictator, so I don't care, but, like, the thing is, I would get into...
What are you talking about? You are the podcast dictator. You made yourself podcast dictator.
Emperor.
That is true.
Emperor. It's different.
Same thing.
If I was such a dictator, I wouldn't have a duke, would I? Anyways, so...
He's not a dictator, he's just a... Never mind.
How dare you? But, like,
Wow.
I will smite thee. But, fuck!
What a
I
dictator
forgot what I
would
was going to say. No, what I would do is I would... barely pay attention in the lectures. Like, unfortunately. I just couldn't. I tried, I couldn't. And then I would come into the seminar in the morning, immediately go up to my buddy Theo, and be like, yo, what is the, what were we talking about last lecture? And
What
he's
is the
like,
hat?
oh, just that. And I'd quickly Google it, and then the lecturer would come in and be like, so what are our thoughts on this, that, and the other? And I would just be like, well, here's my opinion on the thing, based on the Google search, is this, that, and the other, and he'd be like, hey, you're doing good, and I got like a 100% for engagement in class, and it was like, damn.
That's pretty similar to what I would do. I would
won
bullshit
this
through a
by
lot of it
accident.
just by like the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
I couldn't bullshit through my class. It was a programming course, so I was like, fuck.
Hey, you
And
know
the
what they say? It's Sunset City. When in doubt, bullshit it out.
Well, I tried, and then dropped out.
Hey guys, have you heard about this Sonic
There we go.
Heroes remake that's definitely happening?
I don't like Sonic Heroes
This is
anyway,
like the
so...
third time they've been talking about that, isn't it?
Yeah,
It-
if in
it's like
doubt,
any-
bullshit.
It's like any time that they talked about, like, leading up to Metroid Prime 4's actual announcement, like, every year they'd be like, Metroid Prime 4 is getting announced
Guys,
this
here
year.
it comes.
And it was like 5 years in a row or some shit.
The thing is, Joe Madre, okay, I know you make a good point here in saying the thing is that writing the notes helps retain the info. And I appreciate that, but I have ADHD, so it's just not going to work
Yeah,
out.
I'm a
It's
million
waste of
miles
time.
away.
It is just, like, if
Okay.
I do it, it's a waste of time, because I'm not going to
I've-
retain the information regardless.
Yeah, I don't retain it either.
Mhm.
Like, even though, like, there are some courses where I took, like, really good notes, but like...
The thing as well is I can retain information from a fucking Zach D Films fucking reel. Like, I can tell you all about, you know, what happens if you get poop in your eye, but I can't tell you, like, what Oliver Cromwell was up to in the 1900s. Like, I can't. Like,
Who the fuck's Oliver
Living.
Cromwell?
I don't
existing.
fucking...
I don't
like,
know.
he's a guy, he's a British Empire guy or some shit.
He existed.
Sounds
There.
like a Harry Potter
I know
character.
enough.
Well, you see, according to British history in our education system, the British Empire was pretty solid. We were nice people. We went around bringing industry to every country we went to, and everyone liked us. I'm
Yeah,
not
that
even
was awesome.
joking.
You guys did a lot of really cool shit.
I'm not even joking.
big
Like,
fan
we
of how that
we were kind of like, we had the gifts, so we distributed them to the world, as far as our history classes tell us.
The gift. We had the gift is fucking
And
crazy.
and Ireland
is
has
wild.
no
We
issues
had
with
the
us.
gift.
Ireland's whole thing, but the Ireland's whole thing is just between Ireland and Ireland,
That's
man.
the
It
fucking
ain't
favorite
us.
explanation
It's-
of history I've ever heard. Like, America's funny because of the Manifest Destiny shit, where they're like, "No, see, it's because we have to that we're killing you and we're taking everything you have. It's important."
God told us to go to the West.
Whereas, like, in
God
the
told us
UK,
this was
it's
great.
like with us, it's like, what are you talking about? We didn't kill anyone. We're chill.
See, like, if you got a twisted sense of humor, American and British history, it just sounds funny when they try to write
History's
it.
fucking insane.
If you look at our money, our pound note, it's got Winston Churchill on it. Winston Churchill.
What?
Winston Churchill. Ask Indian people what they think of Winston Churchill. Is all I'm saying. Like,
You get somebody doing the Peter Griffin impersonation.
Would
'Cause
you
I'm
like a
Winston
crumpet?
Churchill.
I would, because I'm Winston Churchill. But like, ask anyone outside of the UK what their opinion on Winston Churchill is,
It was
and
in
they
Doctor
will not.
Who that one time.
Yeah, and Doctor Who glamorized the fuck out of Winston Churchill because
Yeah,
a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
a lot of UK media is all about glamorizing Britain's role in the war because apparently we won it single-handedly.
Which war?
That one, World War II.
Ah. I don't think anybody won.
As far as the UK is concerned, World War II was basically Hitler is Thanos and Winston Churchill is Tony Stark, and that's it.
Yeah,
hate that.
exactly. Yeah, I agree.
hate that a
Yeah,
lot.
I don't know if I agree or not, but yeah.
He goes, I would like a crumpet. I'm Winston Churchill, and then fucking snaps his fingers, and then Hitler went away.
He really was a Churchill, and they built a church on that hill where he died.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? All right, let's move on to super chats now that fucking Trey's
That-
back.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I didn't know we were waiting for Trey.
All right, we're gonna start now. So Dilnor,
It's
you're
okay,
up first.
Pup. Here's the thing. It's
Oh, shit.
okay.
Oh, shit.
Apparently, the United States is very good at just taking land.
So you know, no, okay. So here's the thing: you say that like it wasn't actually the British that did that and became Americans.
Yeah. That's same
Like
thing.
the truth be told, American is not a nationality. You are neo-Brits, effectively. Like
We're neo-Britain.
I'm
We're
not. Fuck
the
that.
neo
You're
metal
not-
Sonic of-
you're not
Our
Dylan's-
Neo Metal Sonic.
Dylan's
neo-
more
yeah.
like a neo-Italian. But anyways,
I'm Italian. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also
Neo-Italian.
Italian American. Yeah.
He's gonna turn into the Italian overlord.
Wait,
like
are the
Italian,
low
Polish.
are the low poly bros Italians?
Are you? I'm Italian. I'm 50%
Yeah, I'm
ish.
I'm a little bit
Forget
less
about
percentage. I'm like 25%, but my great grandma's from Sicily.
so actually,
My
it makes a
grandmother's
lot of
from
it makes a lot
Italy,
of sense now because okay, the Italians are low poly, the Brits are high poly, and Frank, I can't remember what you are, but like you're just a 2D artwork.
Yeah,
That's gonna
Frank,
change
what are
eventually.
you?
I wish to become low poly. So
What is your thing? Like, what's your whole like?
What's your whole thing? That's such an insane way to phrase it.
I don't know. Like, what's your I mean, if you'd
What's
rather
your
not say it, you don't have
nationality?
to.
Yeah, there you go.
If you're like, I don't know, like-
nationality. Okay,
Yeah,
that's different than what I was expecting to hear.
What's your
for a
whole
question.
thing is so funny.
My whole thing is, well, if we're gonna go really, really far back, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, let's just go to super chats.
wow, he
Okay.
really doesn't want us to know. Okay, right.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
dodge the question this time.
You know, maybe Pup, if you were a better friend, you would know already.
Yeah,
I told you
Oh,
I'm bad
no.
at retaining information.
maybe you should write
Okay,
some
is this
notes
the first
then.
one from Samuel?
Yes, Borger.
Go burger.
Oh, yeah.
Samuel,
Pup, you
A
should
note
probably
key?
screenshot some notes.
You have gingivitis.
$2 US dollar. Favorite non-Sonic robot clone and why? That's
Ooh,
Metal Knuckles.
Metal
you mean
Knuckles.
like like in the Sonic series still. Probably Omega or Emerald.
They're not clones.
Emerald? Yeah, actually, Emerald is
Oh, it's gotta
mine
be a
as well.
clone.
Is it
Yeah,
Emerald then, yeah.
yeah.
Emerald is he really a clone of anything?
Emerald or Jimral.
That's his whole power set.
Emerald.
He
I
clones
was gonna say,
everybody.
would it be Gemerald then?
I don't like
I mean, yeah,
Gemerald.
Gemerald would be a clone of
Yeah,
Yeah.
because who is Emerald a
But
clone
Emerald's
of?
a clone of everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's
Or
not. though.
Emerald.
He's
Yeah.
a
So
guy
would
that
make
pulls.
Would that make Cell the clone of every character in Dragon Ball Z?
That's like
He
saying a
is. He's a
vampire is a
genetic
clone.
clone of
Like
everybody, yeah.
a vampire
No, he's
is
just
not
an
a clone.
amalgamation of them, not a clone. He would have to resemble one of them.
He resembles Dr. Gero.
Prove it.
But okay, if we are
When he was a young
classifying,
man.
if we are
I would
classifying
assume
Emerald, I'm saying it your stupid way. If we are classifying Emerald as a fucking clone, then yeah, Emerald is the best.
Hold on. You need to say I'm saying it your stupid way and then proceed to say it's stupider.
No,
Like,
it's
that's
not.
not how it
It's
works.
literally not
That's the same
stupid
guy who
because
said
there's no
Shadow
A
of
in
Five, so-
Emerald. So fuck you. But secondly,
It's based off the word emerald. Emerald.
yeah, I'm
so
sure
it
the
is Emerald.
Japanese intended it that way, didn't they? But
That's
like,
what they say. I'm basing it off. It's his name.
well,
It's based
in
off
Sonic
the word
X, it's
Emerald.
pronounced Emil, and that's the only time they've ever said it out loud in an official capacity. So fuck you.
Oh, that's fucked up. I don't like that.
Yeah, well, fuck you. Fuck you. Eat shit. Okay, so here's the thing: if Sonic 4's
podcast?
post credits revealed ML, I would fucking be happy because we know we're in for a good time.
I refuse this
Oh
ML
yeah,
thing.
agreed.
All right.
What if it revealed it? What if it revealed the ancients? I would actually lose.
You
my
mean
mind.
the
I'm not gonna lie.
ancients?
Cocoa
You
only?
mean the
Shut up, we're not
ancients,
talking
right,
about the rest of my
Dylan just
exploits
get-
speaking.
Yeah, he
Dylan just
criticizes the way I say
strays.
ML, but ancients is now a thing.
I mean, someone just said, just call him Earl. Just call him Earl. Earl.
My name is
His
Earl.
name's Emerald, like the chef.
My name is Emerald.
Emerald going
Because
around
it's
like
like-
with a
Emerald.
list of people to help
No,
out.
I agree with you, Dylan. I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, as
The
you should.
only time they have ever said his name in any kind of official capacity, it was pronounced Emil. So I'm just
Well,
saying.
I know, but Sonic X wasn't written by Sega or performed
Not
by Sega.
canon.
It was performed by
It is
4
not
Kids.
canon.
Well.
It is not canon.
If it's not canon, why does Sonic Adventure 2 happen in it? Checkmate, atheist. Okay. So anyway, let's
Sonic Adventure 2 happens in video games first. You
Yeah,
dumbass.
and then it happens in Sonic X. Therefore, it's the same continuity. I win. Shut up.
It is not the same continuity.
Who's got Echo? Someone's got Echo. Trey, it's you.
Trey.
Fix your
Oh, it's me?
fucking
Oh,
audio
hold on.
shit.
I know exactly what to do.
59th
I know exactly what to
time!
do. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. I know
Trey's gonna
exactly
replace
what
my
to do.
replicant.
There.
Thank you. Yeah, that's better.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna say. Oh fuck, it has to be non-Sonic. Because I almost said Mecha Sonic for a second. That's stupid. I mean,
This is the problem. Like, if we went with like favorite robot clone, and it didn't, it could be any clone, I would have gone with Mecha Sonic.
Tails doll is kind of spooky, Yuki, but he's not. Is
Not
he
a
a
robot.
robot? I mean, he
Actually,
is a
well,
robot.
no, I
I
think he's a
would
clone.
assume so.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
He's
no,
just
I
made
would
out
assume
of
so.
like felt.
He's got
Yeah,
an
that counts,
antenna.
yeah.
Like if it has an antenna, it's a
Yeah.
robot.
Yeah, that counts.
He
I
has
would
he
say-
has like the
You're
material
right,
of that
you're right.
really. He has the material of that really cursed Xbox controller.
Yeah. He got a fluffy butt. Well, anyways, let's move
He's
on
got
to
the
the next
Deadpool
one.
fluffy. It's like the mix between the Deadpool and the Sonic controllers.
Borger. Okay, so KB
The
sends
Deadpool controller is awesome.
KB sends $1.99. Has Pup finally allowed Dylan to be fed? Okay, so Dylan, the other night on one of Sam's streams, someone said I should slap you, or asked if I've ever slapped you, and I said slapping's not my style. I would more just put him in a room without food.
That's really terrifying. Thanks.
Wow.
At
So
Dawn
am I supposed to,
Podcast?
what about how do I respond to this? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you're going in the no food room, and you will have company.
Dylan,
who is going to be in the no food room?
at Dawn Podcast.
Are you going to lock me in a no food room at any point?
No,
I mean, good luck
Okay, then
making the At
sure.
Dawn podcast from the no food room. The Wi-Fi in there's not great.
Why
We have
am I
Ethernet.
going into the no food room? What did I do?
why would we use Wi-Fi? We have Ethernet, bitch.
Frank is also going in the no food room, and there's no ports.
But what if like Frank, like we both get so hungry that we start seeing like the, like in Looney Tunes where you see the other person, they're like a cheeseburger. It's like,
Well-
what would happen?
Yeah.
Well, I hope your hallucinations are entertaining. Have fun.
Dylan will die trying to eat me.
All right, let's move
I'll
on
be-
to the next one. Let's just try and keep the momentum
I like
going.
the idea that I immediately am like, that's a cheeseburger, not Frank.
So boring.
Like I've immediately regressed to like savagery.
Franken, you're up.
Mr. Krabs, with the $4.99 reduce. Gromit, stop kissing your girlfriend. I can hear it all the way over here, and
What
it
the fuck?
sounds like TFS Super Kami Guru kissing sound. What?
Do you want me to read that in like Wallace's accent?
Gromit.
I
But-
need context for this first.
Gromit.
But yeah, sure, go
Gromit,
ahead.
stop kissing your girlfriend. I can hear it all the way over here. It sounds like TFS Super Kami Guru kissing. Oh, wait, I think I'm supposed to make the TFS Super. I don't know what that is. Fuck it. Fuck you, Mr. Krabs. Thank you for the $4.99 super
I
chat.
have seen what they're talking
Dende.
about.
You will call
Not
him
know what they're
Dende.
talking about.
No, Super Kami Dende.
Super Kami Dende.
Trey.
Okay, my turn. Mr. Terry Chaos, new member. Huh?
Hey.
Since last week, it's
yes.
not really new, is it? Attention seeker. Sorry, go on.
Mr. Terry Chaos, it's gonna be like a month from now. Mr. Terry Chaos, new member, $2. Or £2. Is that pounds?
That's pounds, yeah.
It is pounds. Okay.
2 pounds.
£2, £2 $1 reduce. Think back compatible You think backwards compatibility with the Switch 2 will be enhanced or 1-to-1? I think it's going to be slightly enhanced, but it's not going to be like a very huge difference.
Knowing
I think
Nintendo, it'll be less. It will be in 4-3
I'd like to see an option.
with
It'll be
borders.
less.
it'll
By-
be
by-
less.
I'm a man who-
Buy Super
a man who
Mario
likes
Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch 2 to play in 4:3.
I think it's
no,
going
it's
to
gonna be
be
a it's gonna be a square aspect ratio. Sorry,
That's
not
4:3,
4x3 stuff.
idiot.
No, it's not.
That's not square.
4 by
That's like a
3 is
slightly
not 1
squished
by 1.
square.
It's
a
not
rectangle.
That is
slightly
not a
squ-
square,
It's
that is a
okay, but
rectangle.
listen. Fuck you. No one plays
Film major.
fucking 1-1. Listen. I am the best, most qualified
This
man in the
pretentious
world.
film student could not
I'm
figure
literally
out
the greatest
that 4 by 3
ever.
is not 1 by 1 to 1.
I am literally the only person.
You're the
Ever?
only person.
Yeah, none of you exist. You're all my hallucinations.
Okay.
I'm in the
What a
no food
terrible
room
world.
right now.
Anyway,
Okay.
anyway, I
Okay.
think it'd be nice to have an
I'm a
option.
manifestation of your
Kind
humanity.
of like what the Xbox does, where it gives you the option for the enhanced 60 FPS.
Yeah, and then you can
Like, you can
break
toggle
Sonic
that on and off.
Generations.
Well, I mean,
That'd
Sonic
be nice.
Generations. Yeah, that actually
Not
would be
breaking
nice.
the game, but I mean, like, it'd be
Yeah.
nice to have the option
Oh
to
yeah,
have
no,
the
no.
upgraded
I
performance.
enjoy
So-
trying to.
Yeah.
I enjoy trying to play a game and then just it breaking for whatever reason.
So anyways,
Okay, but
Burger.
I want Nintendo to make it except it looks and works well instead of being bad.
Burger.
Or
Dylan.
it'll probably be like upresed.
I'm fine with uprising. That's fine. I
Burger!
want, like better performance though. KB
Maybe
with the US $2, US $9.99. Crossworlds should be ignore that. Crossworlds should be able to hold its own against the next Mario Kart as long as Sega doesn't make this another superstar scenario.
See, he went to college and he can't even fucking read.
I
can't read,
think
yeah.
I
I'm
think
so
Sonic
dyslexic.
I think Sonic Crosswords is going to have a problem with like the New York Times.
Sonic
That's some pretty heavy competition. I don't think you're going to get up.
I can't
with,
wait for my
too
Sonic
many people.
crossword book to come out.
If it's anything like the encyclopedia, I'm gonna pre-order it and then completely forgot I did that.
I was
Yeah, it's
gifted
like a
the
nice present.
encyclopedia by Nick, aka Game Apologist. He got me the deluxe
Aw.
edition because he thinks that I am his beautiful little man.
Oh,
Oh, that's so
Emphasis on
sweet.
little.
you say thank you?
No, of course I said thank you. Yeah,
Emphasis
No.
on little.
I said
No.
thank you, and then decided to give him a service by going to his house and being his friend for a bit.
Nice. Glad that worked out.
Yeah, it totally worked out for him. Yeah.
I think Crossworlds will do okay. I just think Mario Kart 9 it has. I mean, it's a Nintendo
Yeah.
first party release. It has the brand recognition, and people are gonna go apeshit over it. So I
I hope
Sales
it does
wise,
well.
it will be interesting. I mean, there's going to be a proportionality factor as well because obviously, Super Mario Kart, Superman Mario Kart 9 is going to be releasing presumably as a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive. And
yeah.
Hey, it's contagious.
They're just
It's
skipping all
happening.
the numbers.
it ain't easy.
And then
um,
I know somebody was
meanwhile-
mentioning that like but Sega's casting a wide net because it's multi-platform. You can cast a wide net. It's just are you going to catch anything with it?
I think they will catch all of
What are
the
you, Dr.
things
Seuss?
because here's the thing: is like the Sonic movies
I'd rather
happened,
not be.
and they've led the marketing with Shadow so far. So, Year of Shadow 2, baby.
Oh God, I want a Year of Knuckles. I want a do-over on anything Knuckles because
We had Year of Knuckles. It was 2022.
Well, thankfully,
want
they
another
didn't
year.
like call it Year of Knuckles, so technically you could still have a Year of Knuckles.
They
I
didn't
want a Year of
really
Knuckles.
start naming them until Shadow, but like I do think of like 2022 as Year of Knuckles, 2023 as Year of Amy, and 2024 as Year of
it's
Shadow.
the death of Knuckles. And then
2022
Resurrection
was not the
movie.
death of Knuckles. 2022 was the opposite
I
of the
said
death of Knuckles.
2024.
No,
2024.
it was the year.
It was the death and resurrection of Knuckles.
Yeah, well, Sonic 3, yeah, like Sonic 3
On the
fucking did
third
Knuckles
year,
a
he
service.
rose again.
Yeah, that respawn time is like really long.
Guess he had a bonus life. All right, next one, Borger. Okay, so Mr. Krabs sends $1.99. 24 player in Marco Kart 9. Let the chaos proceed.
Marco.
Marco!
with the Polo DLC.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun though, isn't it? Like, I look forward.
Marco and his brother Polo.
I look forward to 24 players on this game. I'm probably not gonna buy because I've already got 8.
Dude, I hope they upgrade the servers, because if it's 24-player peer-to-peer connection, it's gonna be fucking ass.
I look forward to the asshole who just wants the meta builds and just gets first place every time.
I look forward to racing Litzy in his fucking Cybertruck.
I hope they have a better matchmaking system. Oh, God. Yeah, Litzy loves his Cybertruck.
He loves the Cybertruck because he loves Elon Musk.
He wants to. He started playing Path of Exile and it's like, you know what? I have to get to the same level as my hero, Elon Musk.
He's like, here's the thing: is Elon Musk is a huge success because he has money.
So I'm gonna pay somebody to play Path of Exile for me.
So, okay, anyway, Lit doesn't actually love Elon Musk because I know that's the kind of thing that he's going to take literally. Oh. Well, you talk to him more than I do. Anyway, next one.
He's like, oh, I got to bring the Cybertruck. Yeah, I know I use this one and I kind of claim it as like the shadow car, but Cybertruck, man, it's the future.
Look, cut him some slack. He is a minor. Anyways. The next chat border is for you, Frank.
A very impressionable minor. All right, who's
I wonder who Franken
Wait,
is.
is it me?
It's you.
I think it's Trey, actually.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, it's Franken. I read Marco Kart.
Yeah,
remember?
no, I thought Pup said that last, and now it's
yeah,
Franken.
I did.
Yeah.
Stop
No,
arguing with
it's
each
Franken.
other, please. We're all supposed to be friends here.
We are.
I just kept saying stuff, and then I lost track of who was speaking.
Yeah, I
last.
forgot
Our
what we were
failures are
talking
not a
about.
reflection of us as a group.
Maybe a little bit, but not all of them.
See,
Jorno
this is
with
why
the
he's...
5...
Go on.
Crap, I gotta look this up again.
You could just call him... I really got a PP. I gotta do a PP.
Was it 6 South African Rand? Or 5, sorry.
That's awesome.
I'm not wearing my glasses, okay, so vision's a little blurry.
Why not? Put them on.
I can see you on the screen wearing your glasses right now, you fucking
I don't
liar.
wanna.
You fucking liar.
I don't want to wear them. Glasses are for nerds.
Look at
Dylan, I blurred my
Why is he
eyes for
saying-
a second and thought your avatar was Incrediboy from The Incredibles.
I'm Incrediboy.
Uh,
Incrediboy?
their super chat is, I want the models to try to mimic... I have no idea who that is.
DG Min did the art
DG
for...
Min and
Go on.
and Yui Karasuno's style. Love their art, and they bring this unique look while having influences of Uwakawa.
So, one I do know for definite... Oh, okay, so... DG Min does a lot of art for IDW Sonic comics, but is probably more known from Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. DG Min did the art for that. And I completely agree. That's an excellent blueprint for Sonic. Meanwhile, Yui Karasuno does a lot of the art for, like, your Sonic channel artwork and stuff like that. So, like, you know, the artwork
Also very good.
Like,
Okay, you know what? I would have 100% be behind that. I love the Sonic channel artwork.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's some of the older stuff. Like, there's that one of, like, classic Amy doing the cooking, and there's the one of, like, Tails eating a fucking skewer. That's fucking awesome.
Very interesting that that's the first one you come up with.
What's wrong with Amy baking? Amy's Baking Company was a great Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares episode.
Kitsch Night.
In addition to sauce.
Gordon introduces burgers.
Burgers.
Okay.
Again, literally, no matter what we're doing, we can always count on that exact YouTube poop to stop Pup in his tracks.
I agree
He can't
completely
help it.
with Jorno, though.
Okay, you know what? I see the Amy artwork. It is wonderful.
Wow. I wonder why that's the first one you picked out.
Yeah, I was wondering because, yeah, you know, I mean, you know, it's your kind of, you know, you kind of think in that way. So
What's wrong with Amy baking? Exactly.
Is there
You
a
got
problem?
no answer. He's got a problem with Amy baking.
What?
No,
She
just-
can bake?
She can. I bet everything she makes tastes like shit. Next
No,
super
I feel like
chat.
she makes like very way too much sugar stuff, and people are like, "That's great, Amy." And be
it's
like,
great, Amy,
they
and then
try
they
to
gotta
really
take their
giving me
insulin.
diabetes, Amy. I mean, there's that bit in the Sonic Riders arc where they're at the cafe and you can see her putting so much fucking sugar in her coffee.
yeah. Like that makes sense to me.
I will say about this art, I don't like the fact that Big is looking through the window. It actually looks really creepy. It really
Probably
does.
making this for him.
Yeah.
It's like she promised to make him something, and he's just waiting. He's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
boy,
one of those.
oh
It's
boy,
like,
oh boy, oh
hey,
boy."
Big, I'm gonna bake you a pie, and he's just like, is my pie ready yet? Like 1 second later.
Yeah, not because he's like impatient. He just doesn't know. Like he's just genuinely being a goober. Like
He's
I just
unsure
really
of how
like
long
pie.
it takes to cook a pie.
Yeah.
I put the image in the back rooms. It just looks really weird with him just barely looking over.
I mean, that's a ship that no one ever thinks of is Big Amy. And in fact, Big
No.
Amy is a thing, because bigamy is the act of entering a marriage with one person while still legally married to another. So it's
thought-
canon.
You see, I learned that from The Simpsons.
I thought the word was just
okay?
cheating. That I didn't realize there was another word.
That's not cheat.
I-
No,
I-
because you could still be married to someone and not be with them, like marriage, divorce, and stuff. Like,
Oh, I
Yeah,
I-
that-
Oh,
okay.
they'd be separated. Yeah.
so technically, like Big Amy is not always a bad thing.
I've always heard that it never ends well.
I mean, I don't know what the legalities of it is, to be honest, but like, yeah, marriage.
It depends on where you are.
If you're at
because
the
in some-
end of a marriage, that marriage means nothing. It's just
The
an
end?
official thing.
The end.
You guys are so cool. I can see why I like you guys. Okay, Trey, you
Where
got
are
the
we?
next one.
All right. KB with 999 US dollar reduced. Thank you, KB. I hope Pup, Dylan, and Trey didn't have any camera problems as they transitioned into 3D. Thankfully,
No,
no.
No, they just, one of them just fell through the floor.
Yeah. I just it's the Epic Mickey camera where it's just awful.
Oh, no.
You know, it's that one.
Is it better in the remake? Does anyone know?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
Trey, if you
I-
play it, let me know. Okay, I want to know. 'Cause
Okay, I'll let you know.
So
I have
not-
Sonic
They
Adventure
added a new
is
dash move. At
Sonic.
least.
Sonic Adventure is one of the greatest games ever made, but its camera is kind of toilet. Super Mario
Yeah.
64 is a very good game. The camera sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing it yesterday, and it's like the camera's just moving on its own. I was like, no, I want to look in this direction because I want to land on the platform. And like, no.
I also still
But
fall
why
into the
ever
camp
would
of
you
people
wanna
that prefers
land with-
Adventure 1.
Hazy Maze Cave is the worst level in that game.
I fucking hate Hazy Maze Cave. It's
I-
awful.
Yeah, it's so bad.
There
Everything
are
else
no
is
levels
fine.
that I hate in Sonic Adventure, is all I'm saying.
You don't
most
like
people-
Big's level?
Wait, you
I mean,
like the
okay, wait, hang on a minute.
You like Casinopolis?
It's a bit of a roadblock, I won't lie, but I don't hate it.
He's
Everything else is
backpedaling. We
pretty
got
good.
him.
Everything
He's
else is pretty
backpedaling.
good.
Yeah, he's backpedaling.
Okay,
No.
I'm just one of those guys that
He's
it's a
backpedaling
completely,
again.
it's an irrelevant. It's to be honest, a completely irrelevant comparison, but I do fall into the camp of Adventure
It's
One
just one of those
prefers
days, you know.
I prefer Adventure 1.
what to Mario 64.
Oh, no. I
Yes.
thought you meant to Adventure
That's
2.
what.
Yes.
No. Adventure 1 and Adventure
Oh, fuck
2, I
that.
think, are
Oh.
equal.
I prefer
think-
Mario
I-
64.
I think Adventure 1 is better than Adventure 2. In terms of gameplay.
I think they're both
Yeah, I
very
agree.
different. Like Adventure 1 is like an expansive exploration of the Sonic world.
We have a whole
Adventure
episode about
2
this.
is a very streamlined, like, fucking Sonic in crisis mode story. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I generally gravitate to anything that has a hub world in it more than I do not, but like Adventure 2 I think
Mario
makes
64 has a hub world.
Mario 64 I feel like I need to play it on the correct hardware because I cannot get to
You
grips
do
with it.
Nah, you don't really need to. Like even the,
Nah, it's
the
better
PC
on
port
PC.
is the
But then
PC
in
port
that
is
case,
fine.
in that case I just can't get to grips with it.
Oh,
Like
then you know what, pup? You know what you could do? You could buy Super Mario 3D All Stars.
I have it on Switch, and I can't get to fucking grips with the controls. Like I understand there's a smorgasbord of moves, but they just feel unintuitive to me. I
You
want to
gotta
get
give
it.
it some-
I want to understand it. It's a game that I want to appreciate, but I appreciate it
you-
more as a museum piece. I want to appreciate it as entertainment, but right now I can only view it as a museum piece because of what it did for gaming. I find. Again, comparisons to Adventure 1 are completely unnecessary. But if you did ask me, because I know that some people will ask me, of course I prefer Sonic Adventure 1. I find it more intuitive, and also it's impossible not to fall in love with the cast of characters and their little world. The world building is better than Mario 64, the story and everything like that, and different priorities. That's why, again,
I mean,
you can never
Mario
truly...
64, you're just jumping in paintings.
Mario 64 is all about every different mechanic you can shove into a game, and that's cool. That's really fucking cool. I just need to learn to appreciate it. But I remember, like, playing the online mode with you guys. It's like, how do I get on this platform? It's really high. It's like, oh, you have to spin the analog stick while also holding forward on said analog stick in order to move forward.
To be fair, that is from a mod, so that's not.
We have some advanced tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I apologize to the modder that created that. I want to get to grips with Super Mario 64. I just find it very slippery and unintuitive. And you know what? I want that to be the case anyway, because I would hope that the first 3D game ever made isn't the fucking peak of gaming.
I don't know, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
but it's not as good as Super Mario Odyssey. Like, Super Mario Odyssey is a better game.
I mean, if you want a good 3D Mario game, you play Sunshine.
I mean, I've played a bit of Sunshine. My problem with Sunshine was I just kind of found it after a while got a little monotonous.
I know, I was just doing that to...
I know you're trolling, but, like, yeah. Super Mario Sunshine I don't think is bad, and I actually quite like the way it controls and stuff. And again, it feels intuitive. But I feel like once you've played a level of Sunshine, you've kind of played it all.
Yeah, but I would say, like, give Mario 64 another shot. You know, play a little bit longer.
I really want to.
Have Dylan in the call so he can backseat game you.
Yeah, but everyone always tells me the problem is...
I do nothing but help.
People always tell me, oh, the problem is you're playing it on Joy-Cons and it can't be played on Joy-Cons. It needs to be played on a 64 controller.
It can be played on Joy-Cons. That is just a stupid argument that people want to make.
That all the time.
The Joy-Cons are accurate enough to where
I play with a PS4 controller.
Or the Joy-Cons are precise enough to where it can be somewhat close to an N64 controller. You would probably not want to play on an N64 controller. Those things are uncomfortable.
The other thing as well is how unhelpful some people can be, because like 90% of the time if I mention I struggle with Super Mario 64, people will either say, oh, you just don't appreciate this, or skill issue, or no, it's perfect. It's like, great, that doesn't help me. Like, if anyone actually wants to show me, because I don't...
Any question you want.
And I think that's another thing is, maybe the game doesn't do a very good job at showing me this stuff either, but again... It was the first of its kind. I will always give it that leeway in that it is the first of its kind. I'm not expecting them to have tutorials down pat yet, you know?
Yes, of course.
Like, that's the thing is, I will never say it's a bad game. Never. I would never dream of it.
I will, but only when I'm annoyed with it.
That's fair. That's normal.
But the whole, like... asking questions on the internet no longer helps, because you have people who are up their own ass with telling you it's a skill issue or some other kind of elitism. So
I mean, the best thing you can possibly ever do is go to a bodybuilder's forum and ask for any kind of life advice, and you'll definitely not be made to feel inadequate for any reason by insecure
Live in the
people.
gym. Don't even go home anymore. Just live in the gym.
Well, it's not even like that. It's just like, bro, it's just easy.
I live at the gym, bro.
Takes me back to the days of being 16 years old and Googling how to lose my virginity.
Bro, just lose it. It's not that hard.
As a 28-year-old, it's very difficult. Wait, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me rephrase this. It's difficult to get laid, okay?
You heard it here, folks.
Losing your virginity is another thing. That's another Will's problem.
I think that's a little easier than getting laid.
My hand counts, right? Like,
no, sorry, it doesn't count.
Does Dylan's cat count?
Don't leave my cat alone. Leave my cat alone.
Okay, you know what? Just I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on that. No.
Well then, I'm sorry, Daisy. It was all for nothing.
Same species. Oh god, damn it.
Same feces?
Cat alone.
Species.
Okay. We gotta plow on through here. Okay, so Trey read the last one.
You gotta plow on like Pup plows with his hand.
Borger. I said Borger, Dylan. Yeah, Dylan's turn means Dylan's turn, Dylan.
Twilord with the €5. Jim Cummings to replace Jim Carrey. Carrie did great, but it's time to fix that Jim C mix-up.
You understand? Like, we should get the cum dumpster to play him.
That's
If
I don't know
my
if that's
last
what it
name,
is.
if my last name was Cummings, I would want people to nickname me the cum dumpster.
I feel like you would not like that.
That's
after
not- that's not-
maybe
that's
a day.
insane.
I mean,
that is-
maybe my like sense of humor comes from a perspective of not having people make fun of my name.
Yeah.
But like,
Like, yeah, that's definitely where it comes from. But it's like maybe that's not the nickname you want.
I mean, I didn't like when people in high school would call me Little Willie. I didn't like that at all. Big Willie I liked, but Little Willie I didn't.
I don't know which one's
That's
more
an
insulting.
awesome nickname.
No, an
Dude.
awesome one. No, an awesome one was because my last name begins with a G as well. Throughout one of
Yeah,
my
Grinch.
workplaces and college, people would refer to me as Big Willie G, and I actually like that one.
That's a good one as well.
Big Willie G. Amazing.
Do,
I like
do they
this.
send you? Do they send you this screenshot from The Simpsons where the sign says "Don't touch Willie"?
I just love that one bit from one of those Simpsons episodes where you've slapped your Willie around for the last time. It's really funny. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. So, Borger, it's me. Twilode sends €5. Just do a Wii quality model in chunks. Then let each host decide how heavy of a decimation or subdivision modifier they want to add. So I'm guessing this is instructions on how to become low poly, but why would I do that when I'm high poly? I like being high poly. It makes me feel like a god next to these fucking amateurs.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I
I'm
don't
doing
know.
pretty well.
Yeah.
You know
I
what,
feel
Willard?
like,
That's not a bad. That's not a bad thing.
You look like Pup. You look like you're from Hat in Time. You know,
Yeah,
which
well,
is a good game.
You
Which
look
is also
like
sort of
you're-
low poly.
You look
Don't say
like you're
pack.
from fucking California, so fuck off.
Well, I'm not from there.
He's from Jet Set Radio, Pup.
yo.
from
You look like
Bomb
you're
Rush
from
Cyberpunk.
Hollywood.
I was like, yo, the actual Californian in the call. Yo,
There you go.
what's
There's
up?
his nationality. We worked out he's Californian.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So your nationality is Californian.
Yeah.
Even
and
that, I
that's-
feel like there's like different parts of California that you could pick from in there.
Yeah, like Texas.
You know,
Texas
all
is a
the-
part of California.
He's from Super
God, no.
Nintendo World, California.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
That's where I'd be from.
Look, no, I appreciate the art of low poly. I just like to pretend I am the video game industry and that everything must be photorealistic. Just like me.
Photorealistic
I'm totally.
with ray tracing.
You're very
uses-
photorealistic, Pup. Look
Yeah,
at those big,
have you
beautiful,
ever seen-
realistic
have
eyes.
Have you
All that
seen a
BS.
dog? Like, yeah. Like,
It's like you need a ray tracing, NVIDIA DLSS.
yeah, I need to see every reflection in the fibers of my hoodie. But okay, next up, Borger. Franken, you are up to...
Oz Productions with the $5 reduce. Hatsune Miku is partnered with Sega, so their foot is in the door. So Sonic could eventually be in Fortnite.
Hey guys,
Unfortunately,
look,
I'm
we
gonna say
found
that's
Litzy's burner account. Everyone laugh.
That's copium lit.
Yeah, lit. No, I'm joking, Oz. I mean, maybe.
That is just that
It's-
is a reach.
It's just been... No, it's not. It's not. It means that Sega's foot is in the door. Like, that is a valid point. What I will say is it's just been rumored for too long now for me to even get my hopes up now, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's like the Metroid Prime thing where it's like, oh, it's gonna come out this year, and you know,
when
it
it
just kept
comes,
happening
if
every
it
year.
comes, I will be very excited.
Someone will have to clean it up.
I'll be
Right,
very
look.
enthusiastic.
Grow up. You are so immature. You make such immature jokes.
Up.
Shut the heck up.
Shut the
Don't
hell
talk to my
up.
friend like that. Don't talk to my friend like that.
He's my friend too. Checkmate, idiot.
I don't know. You said you're gonna put me in a room in the no feeding room, so
Yeah, that's a friendship thing. I do that because you're my friend.
I'm going to the no food room.
yeah, no food room, really.
Look, man. Like most villains, it's not that I want to hurt you. It's just I don't realize that this is a bad idea.
It's not that I want to do that. It's just that I can do that.
It's not that I want to, but I thought it would be
No,
funny.
I'm just
you know?
like, I wake up one morning like, I'm going to do a really nice thing for my friends today. I'm going to put them in a room with no food. They're going to love me for
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna
It'll
love
get
this.
it'll get over like a fart in church.
Guys, I've got this great fucking idea called the no food room. You never guess what happens inside.
You never
Check
guess
it
what
out.
happens.
Have a look. There's no plug sockets either, so no charging your electronics. Hand them over. Anyway,
Now,
Yeah, I'm considering changing it to the no food or Wi-Fi room.
Now, what you got to... Well, I mean, apparently the Wi-Fi was going to be bad to begin with.
there's no Wi-Fi at all.
Actually,
No, there is. There's a smidge. It's just going to take a very, very, very long time to load up even the slightest thing, and it won't load properly. It's like train Wi-Fi, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
You never been on a train before?
it's not like plain Wi-Fi. Plain Wi-Fi sucks. Train
Plain Wi-Fi is fine.
Again-
I don't mind plain
Again,
Wi-Fi.
don't know.
You think?
Those are two things that I have never experienced.
I mean, on Virgin planes, I find the Wi-Fi works well, and I mean, to be honest,
Of
I've
course.
always found Virgin to be a very reliable and relatable company. Anyway, you know, they got the
No,
red
of
color
course you would fly
scheme,
Virgin.
You know,
Pup
Yeah.
goes on that plane, of course he does.
yeah.
That's his go-to airline.
Look, man, I totally had a girl back here, but then I yelled, "Don't touch my willy!" and then I ran.
Don't-
She was just confused.
Big
It's
Willy.
Like,
What-
Wait,
what
are
was
you,
your name
are you
again?
saying you or your?
Oh, both. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on quickly before we have to talk more about my lack of bitches. Okay, so Borger.
Who's next?
He's right.
Is it
Yeah.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
Twillord with the €5 dollar dues. Thank you, Twillord. We know Paramount hates the girl Nermies. I guess
Nermies
normies.
is just Mobians. It's an in joke from Ian Flynn.
Okay. We know Paramount hates the girl Nermies. So what if Amy is the big bad, and Metal Sonic is ultimately trying to stop her? So
be
Sonic and Metal can bond. I mean, I don't think that's going to be the case.
That
And
would
then
be-
they-
Oh,
Yes, it is.
I'm sure he was totally serious about that, Trey.
I think he was. I think he was
Yeah, I
totally
think so,
serious.
because, you
I'm
know,
reading this as
that was a
seriously as I
totally
can.
serious pitch.
Yeah, it was a very
Because-
serious.
Fun
Yeah,
idea.
Here's the thing:
Well-
Amy could still be the girl boss, but she's a villain.
yeah.
I mean, any girl
Well,
that's a boss is inherently a villain anyway, you know?
I'm not gonna.
No, I don't
co-sign
know.
That one.
What do you mean?
No, I
I do
don't
not
know.
co-sign that one.
Actually,
Women in
Sorry.
the military?
No wonder you go on Virgin Airlines.
Oh,
That was a little too far.
damn, Frank!
That was
Holy
too far.
shit!
That was
Frank
too far.
fucking
I'm
killed him.
sorry.
Some
I am
things
sorry.
just
Oh my
don't
God.
say. I will forgive you, just not now.
Oh, okay, we're
Wow.
good. We're good then.
I like that.
Someone goes to me and goes, "Hey, you want to take a dip in the pool?" I'm like, "I've never taken a dip in anything." You want to go to In-N-Out Burger? Oh boy, would I love to In-N-Out.
Oh,
you don't know anything about going in or out, pup.
We get it, Trey. You've got a girlfriend.
Shut up. Anyways,
well, anyway, next one.
next one.
I had a girlfriend once. She moved away. Okay.
So,
in-
KB with the US
she's in Canada.
$999. Movie Shadow. Maria, I must know. What color is an orange? Is this because the Sonic cast is colorblind?
No, it's because it's really funny. Because like, what color do you reckon an orange is? Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
yellowish.
Right. Shut the fuck up.
A
All
mix
right,
between yellow and red.
You're the kind of idiot that would say Tails is yellow, aren't you?
No, he's orange.
Yes.
These orange.
Yes. Objectively
yellow.
correct.
He's
Frank,
not yellow, Frank. Sorry.
Frank, come on, don't be silly. Don't be silly.
Amy would just, oh, not Amy. Maria would give this.
What color's
I put
an orange,
I put
Frank?
it in back rooms.
Frank, what color is orange?
It's orange.
It's like that Family Guy
Okay.
bit. It was like, did I mention that the tank is a tank? Sold. Borger. Okay,
Just
so
just look on the color wheel.
I don't want to look at any color wheels right now. I'm trying to keep track of the super chats. So Borger, we've got the return of the ever generous Twilord. I need those pics of Idris in just Knuckles' clutch. Jesus Christ. Twilord, you dirty
What?
bastard. You fucking rotter. You saucy
Holy
little bastard.
I thought you would just mean like, oh, and you know, he can have the gloves and then also put on the Lego shoes, but then still be fully dressed.
You mother of harlots. You person of Babylon. You abomination of the earth.
You tainted Jezebel.
You tainted Jezebel. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know why, but Catholic insults are just the best.
They're so unserious. It's great.
Okay, next up.
That'd be you, pup.
That would be Franken.
No, that'd be me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, Twilord with 2 euros.
Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
Cast Adam as Big just to get Pup's reaction.
Well, you mean Black Adam? Awesome! I can't wait. That would be epic.
God.
I know he's talking about Adam Pally. Look, Adam Pally as Big would actually be pretty good casting. Look, I have nothing against Adam Pally. Absolutely nothing.
You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like the character Wade Whipple.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
even like, if we're being completely mask off serious, I don't even mind Wade. I think there are ways you could make Wade a character that I like. They did it in Sonic 1, 2, and Sonic 3. They just didn't do it in Knuckles. And not because I dislike Wade in Knuckles, but because, like, fuck, just move. You put the red guy back on.
The mask was never on for me, so I've always been honest about it.
You
never
watched
liked
the
Wade.
Dream music video.
Yeah, that's what the purpose of the mask is.
I don't like Wade. I never did, and I never will.
Damn.
I mean, I got nothing
Poor
against
Wade.
that either. I can understand why Wade wouldn't be for everyone.
Yeah, no, he's
Black Adam Pally.
Oh, come on, don't put that image in my head.
Adam
Because
Pally.
that makes me feel racist now that I'm looking at that image in my head.
It's not even what you think it is. It's like The Rock playing Adam Pally.
Oh, well, my mental mid-journey
biography.
generated something way different.
You know what? I know.
Mid journey. It's just your brain. No, don't do that. Don't give it that power.
I'm sorry, Elon Musk has bought my imagination now.
So it's The Rock as Black Adam, but also trying to be Adam Pally. So he has to be Wade Whipple.
Actually, if a robot pictures something, is that just a mental mid-journey?
Can a robot picture something?
A robot can
Next super
absolutely
chat.
picture something. Okay, Borger.
Well, yeah, if it's stored in memory.
Try, would you like to come up with the next super chat, please?
Is it my turn? Is it
It
my
is
turn
your
again?
turn to read out the next super
No,
chat. Try.
Is it KB?
Please with the super chat. Try.
Is it KB again? Okay, it's KB US 199 US dollar dose. Thank you, KB. What if the Big the Cat is played by Mr. Frog?
Hello.
Now,
I'm
we
Big Cat.
sprung
And
on
like that
board
super fast
earlier.
running. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I think I'd be more entertained by Big with that.
Hello, but
Hello.
you're not Froggy, so you must...
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, are we not
Sorry.
missing a trick by just casting Mr. Frog as Froggy?
Hello. Have you seen my pet frog?
He catches Froggy and he goes, "There you are, Froggy." And he goes, "Hello."
Hello,
I'm Mr. Frog. This is my pet frog.
Borger. Okay,
I'm Mr. Frog.
who's...
This is my
your
show.
turn. The
I eat the bug.
64. It's your turn to read out the next super chat, please. 64.
KB with the $9.99 US dollar. Agent Stone did prove himself to be quite intimidating in his story in the Sonic 2 prequel comic. He took care of his dickish employer and took over the whole coffee shop.
I mean, that wasn't
The
even
coffee
intimidating to me. He was just very competent.
He's extremely competent, I would say. Yeah.
I mean, maybe competence...
You think he's a coffee snob?
Nah.
Yeah, he runs a coffee shop.
He's not a snob, though, is he? Nah.
Like, I don't think he would look down on you for
Wait,
drinking a certain thing, but I think he's probably like, "Oh, have you tried this?"
You
like,
know
"Oh,
what I
have
always
tried
found
these
funny is the
I
bastard.
think he is the reason. I have not seen a single Starbucks in the Sonic movies. I think he is the reason.
No,
He
you know
chased
what I
them out of
find.
town.
What I find real funny though is like how like coffee names have become so distorted over the years. I remember when I was working at like the Wild Bean Cafe, and the bastard would come up and ask for a black Americano. I'm just like, an Americano is inherently a black coffee, man. Like, don't fucking. What do you mean black Americano? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, so it's just redundant.
Yeah, like stop being like that. Fix yourself.
Stop being stupid.
Yeah. You know how it is.
I'm trying to think of something else that I've heard that was just like that, but
It's like it's
I don't
called
think
calling
I-
it like an ATM machine, but that's a joke from fucking Spider-Verse. Speaking of which, where's
Yeah.
my goddamn Beyond the Spider-Verse, Sony? Where is it?
Oh wait,
Ah.
I just got one. DC Comics. Detective Comics.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
DC Comics,
That's
Detective
true.
Comics.
Dude, I was so mad. I saw like a YouTube short about this guy going around at a convention, and he was like, for $10, name what does the DC and DC Comics mean? And people weren't getting it. And every time they messed it up and didn't get it, he added $10. And some guy won $80 at the end of it because he just knew it stood for Detective Comics. And I was like, it should have been me. Like, I want $80. It should have been me.
Well, I say it should have been me, but that's for other things at conventions.
It stands for Dangerous Cat Comics.
Double cost comic.
Okay, so the next one, Borker.
That would shut down immediately because that's some bullshit.
Come on,
Double
Trey.
cost.
Fuck that.
Is it my turn again?
Wait, I
Yeah,
thought it
you
was-
got a lot of super chats. You guys are sending too much money. Stop it.
Wait, is it my turn or is it Franken's?
No,
Franken read the last one, idiot. You don't listen to
Okay, my
Frank. That's
bad.
the problem. is
Sorry.
You're not a good friend to Frank because you don't listen to
I didn't know I read the last
You
one.
didn't
but
even
okay.
know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
his nationality
Wait,
was
did
Californian,
you not
pup.
read didn't what, listen, I don't retain information.
Oh, so he's not a good
My
friend.
lord, with the €5, I'd have far too much fun.
That's
in a
the wrong
British
for
history.
starters. Immediately,
Okay,
wrong
fine. KB
fucking...
with the $9.99 US dollar reduce, I can now see Stone trying to rule the world on Robotnik's behalf, and build a metal Robotnik.
He wouldn't do that. That's not
He
who
would.
he is.
He would do that part.
It's not. I mean,
He
he'd
would build a robotic.
He'd more build a rubber Robotnik, you know.
God, no. I would say a mecha Robotnik.
Rubber Robotnik with the big fat.
Hate that. I really hate that a lot.
Mods, leak his address.
Dude, what the fuck?
Mods, kill this guy.
Mods,
That's
bomb
it.
him.
I'm moving to a gated community in California.
Good luck paying.
That means you'll be closer
Good
to
luck paying
Frank. He
for
can
it.
come get you.
It's all right. My trust fund will pay for it.
He's gonna be homeless in like a month.
It's called overdraft, guys. Don't worry about it.
Good luck paying for anything there.
I actually remember.
Community, this
So
guy.
when I was at uni, there was a guy that was suggesting like short films that he wanted to make, and one of them was called Card Condom, which is basically like if your card gets declined, don't worry about it. It doesn't get declined. It just goes into the minuses. It's like that's just overdraft, man. Like
Yeah,
card
and,
condom.
like, some places would have like overdraft protection.
But what a great name for an overdraft, actually, though. A card condom. I actually kind of like that.
I'm okay with overdraft.
You would be. Of course you're okay with the draft, you fucking military simp.
What? God no.
Yeah, you want to join the military, don't you? You want them to bring back
No,
national
I
This is
actually
military.
don't.
You
I wanna
think
be as
that'll get
far away
those whippersnappers in line? No more of the skibbity toilet. You have to go into the military now by force.
You know
No
what? I'm
more,
just
no more skibbity toilet. Only the military.
No skibbity, no riz, no gat.
No gyat.
No, I just remember there's that picture of like Archie Robotnik with that big sign that says like no skibbity, no riz, no gat and stuff. And someone read it out in like an Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog voice, and it's hilarious.
I feel like it could be like that that Beavis and Butthead thing. You know when they're in like the class with the drill sergeant, and he's like, "Today we're gonna be talking about," and they're like, because it's like a
Today
sex
we're going to be
education
talking
class.
about the penis.
Yeah, and it's like except that today we're gonna be talking
The
about.
penis. Yeah.
Right, you sorry
What is
bunch!
there something
Today we're
funny
gonna be
about-
talking all about skibbity toilet!
Yeah, we're talking about rape.
You
That's
are the
right.
skibbityest bunch I have ever seen!
I don't even know what that means. Was that a good thing?
You think that's funny, butthead? Then we're going to be talking about the fingers.
Looks like we got a Riz Lord here!
A Riddler.
Looks like we got a Rizzlord
Riddler
here.
here.
Insane.
Okay.
Oh, Nimbus.
We're
I
going to be
hate
talking
that
about
so
the
much.
Phantom Tax.
Alright then,
Nimbus, I hate that so much.
Trey, you're up with the next one then, Borger.
Okay. Twilord with €5. Thank you. I'd have far too much fun in a British, quote unquote, British history class. I would probably get arrested by the end.
That's because he's Irish. Like
Yeah.
he knows what it's like to be on the other end of the British harmless banter, right? um, yeah. Also, so this next
Classic banter.
Borger. This next super chat here, it gave me an idea, but deal no. Just read that shit real quick. Read that super chat real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have Mr. SP $5. Have Robotnik come back, but it's just clips from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, like on a screen. He's like an analog horror man.
So, well, I mean, first up, like there is like
Interlaced.
there is a compilation of all of Dr. Robotnik's scenes in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's like 5 hours long. But if you watch it, those 5 hours fly by because Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog's version of Dr. Robotnik is so inherently watchable, so utterly entertaining that it's like you can watch 5 hours of him on the jump and not get bored.
Well,
But-
yeah, because
Yeah.
that show is like made for people who have ADHD. I don't know.
Shut the
Got the
fuck!
ADHD
Shut the
kind of
fuck
thing.
up!
I
Shut the
no,
fuck up!
because I'm like for
Shut the fuck
What?
fuck up. What I'm saying is that Long John Baldry's Robotnik is just innately watchable. Like he's so much fun.
Yeah, especially if you have ADHD.
have I just been striking a chord every single time I talk?
No.
Anytime I
no.
speak, Pup just gets so annoyed.
Maybe it's
Like,
just because
Pup-
you're against
Pup's
my
all frosty
existence.
today.
Maybe that will be
A
it.
little frosty.
No, I'm not against your existence. I just like to make the occasional joke.
Yeah, well, your voting record says otherwise.
Look, I voted for Kodos, okay?
No, but like, no, genuinely, I think Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is great, and not just for ADHD people. But then again, what other perspective do I have?
Pup got offended by that. Yeah, you got so offended.
I did not get offended. I just think it's
he's
really
such a little
objectively.
snowflake.
I think it's just objectively good.
He's just so brittle.
Right, listen.
You've destroyed
but-
his house of cards.
No, but
his
there's-
house of Amy tarot cards.
There's something I wanted to fucking bring up. Is that
We can show blood on YouTube.
this is another thing that Lit proposed. I think was
Oh, you're taking
that
suggestions from a minor.
Propose.
for fuck's sake, just leave him alone, all right? He's a good boy. But
Oh, now you're defending him.
I would never defend a minor. But okay, so is
Brittle Britain mode. Your zone.
can I? Okay, so
All the villains in Minecraft looking at Steve.
Okay, go.
okay, so Lit, I think it was Lit. I mean, Lit's not the only person to suggest this. Lit doesn't have an original thought in his head, but it was suggested that if Jim Carrey does want to come back for Sonic 4, you could easily just have it be Neo Metal disguised as Dr. Robotnik, like what they did in the IDW comics. Like, if we have a shape-shifting character, there's easy ways to get Robotnik back in there. Sonic 4 could be a time travel story for all we know, in which case you could see Robotnik again. But another thing worth noting is that if you look at the original storyboards of the Robotnik death scene, which did leak, it refers to it as Space Station Time Travel Scene. So presumably the original plan was actually to have Shadow push it out of time, effectively. So for all we know, Robotnik could be alive and well in the year 2086 or 1902. I mean, look, put it this way. He could go back in time, giving him enough time to plot the ultimate fucking scheme and become evil again in that time. He's just a bit older. Who knows? But I just think, you know, it's going to become The Boy Who Cried Dead if you keep fucking bringing Jim Carrey back from the dead.
Yeah.
And
I
we're
agree.
never going to take it seriously when they bring a conclusion to his character. And this was kind of the ideal conclusion. Like, if you can take a
Yep.
character like Dr. Robotnik, who's this beloved, and write a death scene that has Robotnik fans unanimously nodding their heads and saying, yeah, that's a good ending for him,
Good, I
Don't-
like this.
don't sacrifice that. Let it lie. If you're going to do another Robotnik, do another Robotnik. But not this one.
I agree.
Okay, so Borger. It's me.
Borger.
Yeah.
I'm Oz. Oz Productions sends $5. Thank you, Oz. Crossworld's only chance to keep up is to make good on the worlds aspect and bring back the other univoices that have more than 12 characters.
Yeah, no, they're not going to do that. I would love them
It's
to.
going to be 2 worlds.
It's
Yeah.
wishful. I wouldn't even say 2 worlds. I'd say, like, look, at best, you're going to get some prime characters in there, maybe. But there is no way. Like, I want Sega so badly to acknowledge things like Archie and Sat AM. They have the rights. It's been confirmed. The documents out there revealing that they do own the rights to it. But it's never going to happen because they don't give a fuck. And I want them to. They won't.
Yeah.
So that's
true.
I want them to. If you're lucky, Prime. Prime will get in there, maybe.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think Crossworlds is going to be more of a gameplay thing than like a character roster thing.
Yeah,
You're just
maybe
gonna
like
go through,
a...
like, portals.
I mean, you know, at best, at absolute best, maybe the Soul Dimension. That would be cool. But I don't think they're going to
That would be cool.
Wait, you're gonna go through a rift. It's officially Sonic Rift.
Ooh, Sonic
At
Rift back,
last.
ready, better than ever.
But, you know,
I'm
like,
still
going to the
completely
Soul
forgot about
Dimension,
that.
like, that could give us a good excuse to explore Australia.
I'm still waiting on Sonic Rings.
Sonic Ring. That was the dumbest leak. I was like, really? What do you think? What is it gonna be?
I can't wait for
remember-
Sonic Rangers to be here. Yeah.
I remember in, like,
Sonic Junior
2011,
Rangers.
before Generations was announced, it was, like, going to be Sonic Rage.
Sonic Rage is so funny.
I just think of like the first person shooter from id Software. So he's gonna go through this like post-apocalyptic area shooting things.
You've heard of Sonic Rumble, now get ready for Sonic Tumble.
What about Sonic Stumble?
Sonic
Look,
Bumble.
it's a trilogy, okay?
Yeah,
It's a
Sonic Bumble?
Sonic
No.
Bumble is literally finally, at last, the Sonic dating simulator we've been waiting for.
Yeah. Then they
Ew.
go get some cookies from Sonic Crumble.
And then, of course, the finale, which really sucks, Sonic Fumble.
Sonic Fumble. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mind went there immediately.
But then they redeem it with a
We're all sharing the
completely-
same brain cell today.
a completely nonsensical title, Sonic Wumble.
Yeah. And also,
You know what? Maybe you just
they
learn
did-
from your mistakes and with Sonic Humble.
they're collecting like Chew 5 gum wrappers called Sonic Gumble.
It's actually amazing how many words have
I like
Umble in there. Like,
Hey, just make sure that you're Sonic Humble, all right?
and then he does some plumbing, and
just-
it's Sonic Plumble.
I did the Sonic I did the Sonic Humble one already.
You did Sonic
Right.
Humble?
Sonic.
Okay, let's move on
Yeah.
now, please. Please, can we move on?
Okay, what about Sonic Thumble? Okay.
Well, I
This
mean,
is-
there's
no, this is
also
get-
the rated adults version called Sonic Humble.
This is getting really Sonic Dumble, okay? So let's just move on.
You know, Dumble is actually an amplifier.
You're a fucking amplifier, Borger.
They're
next
called
up.
Dumble amps. I'm not even joking. Look it up. They're called
Oh
Dumble
my
amps.
god! Next
Oh my God.
up, Frank.
Oh my
you're
God.
up.
I'm up.
Frank,
I'm
all right.
just ready
up.
for
Is your
Sonic,
name
Sonic
Franklin.
Jumble.
Okay, Franklin, go ahead.
Frank.
Sonic Jumble. Anyway, Mike 1911 with the $5 or $4.99 if you want to say it, whatever, it's the same thing. Personally, I'm glad the Switch 2 is coming out. Then Sonic games won't be capped. Also, Halo Master Chief Collection might be on it. Don't know how I feel about that. Sonic games will still probably be capped. It'll just be at a higher resolution. And Master Chief Collection, sure, why not? That's a good collection.
I'm still really mad right now.
Yeah.
I am having a bit of a Sonic grumble. Sorry.
That was every week for the like 47
Yeah.
weeks after the Knuckles.
I
show
had
came
I
out.
had one more in me. All right, no, I like Mike. Yeah, no, like that's the thing is like these things are getting bottlenecked. But the thing is, I doubt the Switch is going to be as powerful as say the PS5, for example. And
It
I
will
sure
not.
as hell
No.
don't think it's going to keep up with the PS6 and Xbox Series Y. So
Yeah.
like
The Xbox
so
Y.
the thing is, I think Nintendo is always going to pose a bit of a bottleneck, but as long as we can get past the point of, well, the Switch One anyway, I think we'll still have some good-looking games. And again, it's all about art direction. You know, you got good art direction, and like Sonic X Shadow Generations, it looks good on all the consoles it's on, and like it goes on the Switch, so it's going to depend. But also,
Yeah.
I don't know about Halo, provided that like Microsoft will allow that. But
I wouldn't be surprised if they try it.
Be so surprised, yeah.
is it on
They're-
PlayStation yet? Is it? Is it?
No.
available on
They've
PlayStation?
been talking about that. Yeah.
Also,
I think Nintendo listed Xbox and Microsoft as one of their partners,
yeah,
like on that list of things for
like, they
upcoming
have-
stuff.
they have like Microsoft Game Studio stuff released on the Switch. One of the other things is like maybe also a modern Call of Duty game finally being on a Nintendo console. That's a big ask because like the more recent games are very demanding. So we'll see.
Well, they're
Uh,
only demanding because they don't compress their
cute.
textures. They just have full uncompressed like 8K textures in their
They don't- they
files, which
don't-
is why
they
the
don't
file
compress a
sizes
damn
are like
thing.
200 gigs. It's like
Oh,
why?
200, dude, 200 gigs is on the low end.
Do you reckon
That's
that
what I'm
maybe
saying.
no, but do you reckon that maybe there's market pressure from like the companies that make SSD expansions to be like, hey, make your game as unoptimized as possible, and then we can sell more SSDs?
And then what you should also do is we're gonna partner with you for this SSD, but you got to make it so that way you can only use this one to download Xbox Series games.
Also, question: does anyone here own a PS5?
I
No.
don't.
Nope.
I didn't think it was a good
Because
enough.
I think the PS5 bottlenecks download speeds because it took me like 7 hours to update Fortnite.
That
Cool.
might not be from the PS5.
I looked it
I
up
think
though,
your
how to get
internet just
faster.
sucks.
No, because
No,
my
no, it's
internet,
like-
well, my internet is streaming Sunset City right now, but it sure as hell wouldn't if I had to fucking screencast a fucking Dylan thing.
There are
Shut up! It would have been no different.
It would have been
I-
so it couldn't have been more different.
It's
I've
your
noticed this.
download versus your upload speed. It's completely different.
Look, imagine if half of your attention was divided onto fucking
With your detention.
putting up fucking
Your
emote number
computer
12 right
What do you
now.
have, like one core in your CPU? What do you mean?
Look how much difference it would make if Dylan had angry eyes right now on the podcast.
Imagine
I
if
would be-
imagine if
you-
Pup was able to draw them on.
People would be able to see. He can, technically. But it would take more than 3 seconds, so he doesn't want to do it.
What genre of content is this, Dylan?
Nonsense.
It's, Defiance.
IRL.
Okay, anyway, next super chat, Borger.
All right. It's me, right?
Yeah, that will be you,
Yeah.
Trey.
Mr. Krabs with $4.99 US reduced. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. When Nick see a real woman, he sleep. When Nick see Sally Acorn and Squirrel Girl or Sandy Cheeks, domains expandong.
I don't even want to comment on that. I just want to say
Dude,
thanks.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. but sure,
Here's the thing. I was about to like do some like I guess like okay, there's some typos. Who cares? I can just like say it how it's meant to be written. But I thought it'd be funnier just to say it as it
It is
written.
funny to read and account for typos. Also, I've just noticed there's 6 messages in our group chat with Litzy, so I reckon he's probably nope. Him and Tom are just talking. Okay, I thought we'd have some angry texts. Well, anyways, next up,
all caps. I am not a minor.
yeah, all caps. I'm not a minor. I do have original thoughts. Fuck you.
I do have original thoughts.
Please
This is
be my
awesome.
friend. Where is my edit?
I'm gonna tag you in this because I'm streaming.
Anyways, Borger. Dilnor64, you are up with the next one.
Mr. Krabs, the one US $99. Danny DeVito as Vector, Tom Kenny as Jet the Hawk.
Those are actually not bad choices at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom Kenny I
especially,
can
like,
see
that'd be
easily.
cool.
Tom Kenny is like people just know him as the SpongeBob guy, but like he was Spyro.
He's everyone.
Like the dude.
And
can do,
he's,
like,
also,
a-
he's also Ice King in Adventure
yeah.
Time.
Oh yeah.
Actually, let him voice the
He's
next
played
villain.
A number of extremely popular characters.
Just make Ice King the main villain of the fucking Sonic movies. Fuck it.
Fucking love Ice King.
Who's gonna be Ice King is literally me.
After he stops kidnapping women, he's like my favorite character.
Okay, so I haven't actually seen past
I
like
was like,
season...
no, I like that part. I like the part where he kidnaps.
No,
Again,
I
Virgin Airlines
haven't.
flyer.
I haven't seen like past season 4 of Adventure Time, so I only really know him as Ice King. But I know that he's also another dude as well. But I was editing this video for Phantom Strider on like best modern cartoons, and the section that I was assigned was Fiona and Cake, and I was like, "What do you mean this guy's Ice King? He's had some fucking
Yeah.
crazy development. Like,
Well,
wow."
Yeah, no, there's a lot of shit that happens in that show, and it's I think Simon is. He's an amazing character. I
Fiona
fucking
and
love
Cake
him.
looks like a sad show. I'm here for it. Like,
Great. Like I liked it a lot.
but I just remember like Ice King or like whatever the Simon just be like, I can't relate to Fiona and Cake anymore. I can't relate to any of this. I was like, wow.
He's
Wow.
old as fuck. He's so old.
No, but I see what you're doing, show. You're like, we can't relate to the childhood version of this anymore. Wow. What the fuck? Fuck you all for making me feel. I'm having an existential crisis just thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
But I tell you what. I tell you what. I don't want to be young again because then I remember that Lit is like young, and it's like he's so serious about things. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm quite happy being that fucking fucked up old man that I am.
Young old man. Because that
I'm
makes
glad I
me an
can
old
just
man.
worry
and I
about
don't like
life
Dylan,
as
you
it
are
comes
an
at
old
me.
man.
Yeah.
I'm not that old. I'm only 30.
You're
Oh,
only not that old because of your testosterone deficiency, but everything
damn,
else
man.
is fucking old, dude. You're so old.
I suppose.
All I'm saying is your best years are behind you and you'll never get them back.
Damn.
My lord, Jesus Christ, Bob. First of all, that's not true. Dylan,
I
you
like
have so
that
much
you're-
life left in you. Let's.
I like that you're telling Dylan this, but I'm feeling the existential dread.
Yeah, but you've kind of accepted it.
Frank
you know?
is
like,
30.
No, like my idea. So
Thanks,
I definitely got a big plan. There's no accidents here, right? So here's the big plan, right? Is like they're like, oh, the body goes in decline after like 25 and shit. It was like, so here's the thing: when you're 25,
Dude, my body's been on the decline since I was born.
No, but hold on. When you're
I've
25,
not had a day.
when you're 25, get fat and then lose weight in your 30s, and then you can be like, nah, my prime was in my 30s, bitch. Fuck you.
No, I got a head start on that. I got fat when I was 20.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of like the weightiest I've ever been, but I am losing it. It's working. The plans are working, people.
No, the plans are working.
Are we?
You know what?
Holy crap.
We have some kind of time crunch or something. We were trying to get through these super chats.
I mean,
right?
no, I just want momentum because it just like it adds like a whole extra fucking
You
hour
can't
to the
say
show.
that. You can't say the M word.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, fine.
Well, speak of the minor devil, we've got Litzy here with $2 USD dues. And I'm going to try and do my best Litzy voice, okay? I'm calling Wade Whipple the White Devil from now on. No, I can't do a Litzy voice. Okay, fine. I'm calling Wade Whipple the White Devil from now on. That's fucking...
That's insane, actually.
At
That's
least
insane
it's not
name to
him
give
yelling,
someone.
because then you'd have to be like really close to the mic.
Yeah, hang, wait.
I'm not a minor!
There you go.
That did actually sound like him.
That was pretty close. It's just your mic.
Is Let's
your
see in the room
microphone's
with
a
us
lot
right
better.
now? Holy shit.
No, he's on the chat.
Let's see. Can you hear us?
Hey guys, it's Let's
Sometimes
See,
it's-
your favorite yappin' yapper, and today we're gonna be talking all about Fortnite.
Sorry about that, audio listeners. Sorry.
Yeah, my buddy Sam and Big Lou, they've got this little music thing, and they've released an album recently called the Big Lou EP, and the last song on there is called Swan. And it's just kind of a chill track, but one of the men screams into the mic at the very end of it, and I was just listening to this EP on the train. I was like, oh fuck, why would you do that?
Man, it scares the shit out of you. That's awesome.
It's a great album though. Everyone should listen to the Big Lou EP. And you know what? I'm not going to warn you about the scream at the end of the Swan because I want you guys to be surprised by it. Except I've already just kind of accidentally done that by mentioning it. Fuck you all.
The big
I'm
Lou
Yeah,
EP.
that's true.
All right.
Yeah, the Big Lou EP, Lou spelled L-E. You can actually hear me on vocals a couple of times in there. I'm not singing, I'm just making noises.
You screaming.
I actually, no, there is genuinely a part where they've just sampled me doing like this fucking Daffy Duck-ass scream.
It's any kind of scream. He's just reacting to Rouge of the Bat.
There's a bit where I go, yeah, that's right, yeah, in there as well, so like...
There's a part.
But that's the thing is like, you know, when you hit 100k, one of two things happens: you start a music career, or you get into minors. So, Dylan, where's your music career at, buddy?
I was gonna say like you also release like garbage products.
Well,
Only
100k is you either become some kind of predator or you start an unwanted music career. And Dylan, I'm not hearing any fucking music coming from your channel yet.
No, I started a modding career.
That's
I'm a
not
Mario
that's
64
not
modder
one
now.
of the two options, man. Like.
Discord modding?
No, Mario modding. Yeah, I'm a Discord mod now.
I love the idea that he becomes a Discord mod and then his body just inflates.
Dylan, do you have a Discord kitten?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Oh,
Dylan, remember the textbook mods that we met in that fucking prison set? Oh wait, no, that was Tom, wasn't it? I was with Tom and
I wasn't
Lit.
there, yeah.
Oh, like we
yeah,
were
that's-
playing the
that was
prison game and they were
totally
like, that's not how you play the game. We said no teaming. I'm gonna have to kick you now and stuff. It's like, wow, you're kicking the bio lizard. I can't believe it. I mean, the thing
I'm
is,
gonna have to kick you now.
I was teaming because I had guard duty and I'm not a narc. I'm gonna help the prisoners out, so like, you know, I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
You know what? Let's got a good question. Pup, where's your music career?
How dare you? I
Also
told
true.
you. I just said.
That's not a music career.
I
No,
laid
you're
down
just
some
making
vocals
sounds.
He
on the
did
big
say
Not
that
a
league.
he is
career,
in the
dude.
music
That's a
thing, yeah.
cameo.
No, that doesn't count.
All right
No.
then. Okay, the Sunset City theme song. Bada bing, bada boom. My hands are clean. Yeah,
All right.
Part of
I'll
it's a
put that.
remix that doesn't count.
it counts. It fucking counts. Fuck you.
I like Frank going for the throat.
All right, fine. Those original Sonic style tracks that I released on my channel. Boom. There they are. Indisputable. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, derivative. Another
Derivative.
series.
Right, I'm gonna fucking
Nostalgia
kill
pandering.
you. I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna make it look like an accident. Okay.
Clip
Anyway.
it. Clip it.
Like
Clip
a-
it.
Border.
All right.
I've been threatened. Mods, leak his address.
Twitch admins, clip it.
Wait.
Frank, just read
Wait,
the next
admin.
fucking. Frank, just read
Is
the
it-
next fucking
is it
super
mine?
chat.
Is it mine?
It's Frank's. Is your name Frank?
Oh, it's Franklin's.
Oh, Mr. Krabs, Mr.
Which admins
Krabs
is
with
really
the
funny?
$1.99 US. Also, Wayne Knight as Big the Cat.
Wayne Knight would be wasted on Big the Cat, man. Like Wayne Knight should
I don't know
be.
who that is.
Wayne
Wait, no,
Knight
I-
is Newman. Newman from Seinfeld.
Yeah. I blanked out for a moment. It's like, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, that would not. Actually, that could work.
He's got the coolest name I've ever heard.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Wayne
he
Knight,
does.
are you kidding me?
That might. I don't know.
It's
I
cool
don't
as
think I can
fuck.
see it. I can't see him as Big the Cat.
And also, John St. John is another cool last name.
Get Mike.
That
Get
is-
get
yeah.
I mean, get Michael Richards to play the Soul Dimension Eggman. He'd be perfectly comfortable
Oh
saying his
no, Pup, stop. Fucking no.
name.
Just make sure he's not at the Laugh Factory.
Guys, he's very
Oh
sorry.
no.
Seinfeld, stop laughing. It's not funny.
He's very sorry as he gets coffee.
Oh god, I love when boy do I love when one of my favorite shows of all time is. Okay, Trey, we get it, the Seinfeld theme. Boy, do I love it when one of my favorite shows of all time is made by mostly awful people.
I think
That's how it works
Lenny
sometimes.
Seinfeld?
Yeah, okay, so Jerry Seinfeld dated a 16-year-old while he was in his 30s. Michael Richardson
also
had
an
the Laugh
asshole.
Factory incident. I can forgive
Yeah.
being an asshole, but that is just too far.
I
Like
don't know, I don't think
I think being an asshole in general is a redeemable crime. You can apologize for it. You can't apologize for dating someone with a massively inappropriate age gap. And look, I don't care that in Europe that's legal. It's still disgusting.
Yep.
Weird, yeah.
That 70 show is a similar way.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, Buzz Lightyear. Like, Tim Allen's a fucking dick, but, like, Toy Story's still one of my favorite movies of all time.
He's an
and
ex-con.
it's co-written by Joss Whedon and directed by John Lasseter. Like,
Tim Allen's an ex-con.
Buzz Lightyear was?
no, Toy Story 1, co-written by Joss
Oh.
Whedon, directed by John
like,
Lasseter.
what?
Like, I mean, I really like the X-Men movies, directed by Bryan Singer. You know, like, fuck, talented people are
Yeah.
assholes. Like,
Your favorite things in media are tainted.
the truth is, all celebrities are bad. All right, and then just make exceptions. Like, immediately consider them to all be bad, and then just make exceptions.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you see something
why
you
you did-
like, immediately assume it was made by assholes. Like, genuinely,
Separate the art from
I
the
mean
artist
this.
and never put him on a pedestal because
I
they
ge-
don't
yeah.
deserve it.
Celebrity culture shouldn't exist. You don't need to worship someone because they made a thing you like. Just appreciate
Yeah.
the work. And maybe they might be
And
a
move
nice
on.
person. Maybe they're not. Just how it is.
That's not gonna get us more super chat. Stop.
I don't
mean,
fucking.
you know
I
what?
mean,
You
we're,
know
we're
what?
different. We're all
YouTuber
good.
culture should be the same way. Don't put them on a pedestal. Assume that they're bad until they inevitably prove you right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you know, like, by all means, throw more super chats at me, but I wouldn't.
Tim Allen used to smuggle cocaine before he became an actor. So anytime that I've seen the Santa Claus
That's
movies,
not a big deal to me. I don't
my
care about
brothers and
drug
I
charges.
just make nothing but cocaine jokes.
I personally do not care about drug-related crime. It's just, if I hear that someone's rude to a worker at an ice cream shop, then we're gonna have a problem.
So here's the thing: I don't give a shit about that either. I just find it hilarious.
No, but have you
It
heard
is
about
hilarious
the...
to me.
Have you heard about the ice cream incident?
Bless
No,
you,
I
Dylan.
don't.
Damn. You ever
So
have like
there-
a really good sneeze? Ooh,
There was like an ice cream
Oh, yeah.
store in like
I've had
Hollywood.
one where I hurt my back.
that felt good.
There's like
That's
an
how I know
ice
I'm in my 30s.
There's like an ice cream store in Hollywood, and they got word that Tim Allen would be going to the ice cream store after, like, I think it was a stand-up set or something. And there was one woman there that loved Tim Allen and stuff, really wanted to meet him, so they made sure that she was working the desk that night. And they didn't have his favorite flavor, and he started demanding that they fire her. I'm like, look.
Why would that be Why would that be her fault? I don't.
Yeah, I'm like, look,
Because he's a dick.
drug stuff. I don't care. You want to snort cocaine? Do it. That's up to you. You know, that's not my business. But if you're being mean to fucking service workers, fuck you. Fucking go fuck yourself.
We would start throwing hands.
That's my philosophy. Is I really don't care about crime, but if what you're doing is wrong, then fuck you. So
It's
like,
oh, you want to go? He's like, fine, I'll go. He gets a blade and his special powder. I'm
no,
like,
but what I mean is like, you know,
fight.
Insider training, tax evasion, fuck it, you do you, boo. But like hurting someone, now we got a problem.
Insider trading. Okay, insider trading, yeah, sure, whatever, because fuck the system. But like also being a dick to other coworkers, no, fuck off.
Exactly, that's the reason I'm not fond of Yuji Naka. Insider trading based, why not do it? But like, fucking being a dick,
Game the
nah.
system.
Yeah.
Yuji Naka based is not a thing I thought I'd hear today.
Oh no, he would have been if he wasn't shitty to other people.
Yeah, like,
Namely.
and that's the thing is like when I say I don't really care about crime. Look, if you're gonna bring up murder,
Okay.
murder falls under being shitty towards someone. So like, you know,
Yeah,
like
it does.
yeah, like that just happens to be a crime. Like
That's why they should retire Luigi from
He doesn't
Super
care
Mario
about
Brothers
that.
series.
Puff does not care about crime.
But it's like, here's the thing, right? In the UK,
Loves crime.
in the UK, you could be a 50-year-old man and it would not be a crime for you to date a 16-year-old girl. But it's still fucking disgusting, and I won't be your friend.
You know what? That's always the like the best response when somebody tries to bring up like age of consent and stuff. It's like, sure, but it's disgusting as fuck.
Yeah, it's like I saw like someone like bringing that up, and someone was like, "Yeah, but it's legal in the UK, you numpty," and that's what happens. Like, oh, so you would happily do that with a
Check this
16-year-old
man's hard drive.
when you're like 50 years old? You're disgusting, bro. You're fucking disgusting. And here's the thing: it should be illegal. It should absolutely be. The age of consent should be at least 21. All right.
I can agree with that.
Yes.
I've always said it should be like 25 because that's when your frontal lobe is fully developed.
Yeah, but I'd say at least
And boom.
21. At
Yeah.
least. And it should be
I'm-
staggered as
yeah.
well. It should be made so that if you're 50, no, you can't fucking date a 21-year-old. You know, it should be staggered. There should be a tier list of the age of consent. It should be the tier list of consent.
Leonardo DiCaprio would go single for the rest of his life.
Yeah, well, fuck Leonardo DiCaprio. Fucking let him die alone. I don't fucking care. Like,
He got that one Oscar, and he was like, "Yup."
yeah, stick your Oscar up your ass as far as I'm fucking concerned, you nons. All right, anyway, let's move on.
He can't. Technically, that Oscar wouldn't be old enough.
I still have to.
Well, then it's his fucking... Then it's his type, isn't it? Right.
Yeah, I
we
guess
move.
so.
We move.
All right.
Okay, so next up. Wow. Tune into Sunset City and hear these guys bellyaching about the age of consent. Maybe recontextualize that sentence, though.
I was gonna say I am terrified to have all these clipped out of context. Holy shit!
Just make sure we don't advertise
and
the
just-
show on Twitter.
One of the guys that's just randomly just throwing shade at someone for like 5 minutes straight or something. That was me towards Pup.
Got him.
Okay, who is after
Got
me?
him.
Just don't be
who was
unkind
reading?
to me and I'll be happy.
Wait,
That would be Trey.
is it my turn?
Yeah.
That would be Trey next.
Okay, is it?
It's the one
Is
that
it-
has
is
a
it
burger
Twilord?
below it. There you go.
Is it Twilord?
You got it.
Yes.
Twilord. With €2. Thank you, Twilord. Sunshine can die in the Sonic Heroes corner.
Okay,
Like
Sunshine
Super
isn't
Mario
that
Sunshine?
bad. Sunshine doesn't feel horrible to play.
No, Sunshine is not. Sunshine's not a bad game.
It's
I'm gonna
annoying.
say
It's
it.
got like annoying shit in it that I don't like.
Sunshine just has some stuff in it that I don't like, but like Heroes isn't fun to control.
Heroes as a whole.
Period.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem.
Heroes is
Sure,
like busted on a fundamental level, whereas like Mario Sunshine isn't broken on like a fundamental level. It's just, I think the biggest problem with Mario Sunshine is that it's a Mario game, and you expect better from Mario.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, if it was any other
don't
Scrimbly
like how it's
Bimbo
structured.
game, yeah.
Yeah, if it was any other Scrimblow Bimblow game,
Scrimbly
people would
what?
think it's kind of cool.
Trey, that's rude.
Are we making Scrimblow a slur now? Because what else am I supposed to call Klonoa?
No. He said Scrimbly Bimbo game. I was like, that's just kind of rude.
I love the term Scrimblow Bimblow, the lovable scrunkle.
It's so funny.
It is really funny. I mean, my sister's
Why would you call
dog
him
Roscoe, I always refer to him as the Scrimblow. I'm like, how's the Scrimblow doing?
Scrimblow of the family.
It just really suits him.
I don't mind
He just
Scrimblow,
is,
but
he's
you
just a Scrimblow.
calling it a Scrimblow Bimbo, it's like that's pretty rude.
Yeah, well, Frank, you're sexist. So anyway, next up, Borker.
I mean,
All right. I think it's Dilnor.
Let's see. Hold on.
Dilnor64 will be reading the super chat once more.
the guy reading the guy who goes on
That
Virgin
rhymed, holy
Airlines
crap.
trying to call me a sexist. Sure.
That's the plan.
Hey, we got KB, another $9.99. KB, thank you very much. Extremely generous. Everyone very generous. Thank you. I'm still spiteful towards All-Stars for skipping over Galaxy 2. I avoided that collection for that reason alone. Galaxy 2 is a really good game, and
Yeah,
it is
I agree with
disappointing
that.
I never did
Yeah.
that.
I would have avoided 3D All Stars, but it was gonna be the cheapest way I could play Super Mario Sunshine because
Yeah.
if you bought at the time if you bought a GameCube version of it, I think it would be like $70 or $80. This was $60, so I wasn't a
I-
You
big
get
fan
two
of
other
it,
games with
but-
it that are great, so.
I
Yeah,
bought it
and-
because I had never played these games before, and generally, I do prefer to get things legally. Like, even though I am pro emulation and stuff, because fuck me, do they not release their back catalog? So they kind of fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, I personally still prefer to own it. Like, you know, I'll happily
Yeah.
emulate Sonic games, but if there is a Sonic collection out there for me to play, then I'll still get the collection. And that's not out
Yeah.
of some simpish, I want to support the company thing. It's just, there's a satisfaction of having the real deal, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe that's
Also-
something that
I-
companies can easily take advantage of. But I'm just a little consumer in this world. Don't hate me.
You know what? I am that whole like, if you're gonna emulate it, at the very least, if it is available officially, you should at least go out of your way to support it. I understand, still not legally okay, but it's like, why not?
There
have
are
it a little
times
bit
where
better?
it's like, you know, I kind of wish I hadn't paid for Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Same.
Yeah,
But like at the same time, I'm glad I have it, but I kind of wish I hadn't paid for it.
my philosophy is that I usually let's say I can get a game, but like the console is like super expensive or something. I'll get the game and then I feel better about emulating it because I own it.
I also
Then
say,
it's
like if you paid for the digital deluxe of Sonic Origins, then it is okay to pirate Sonic Origins Plus, according to this fictional character I've just now made up.
I waited for it to go to like $5. That was my only way that I was going to get the Plus edition because I already felt ripped off.
Yeah, that whole thing with like the digital deluxe gets no discount, but it's all like that sucked. Like I already
That
felt
was
stupid.
Brutally
like
stupid.
Like just for how little the digital deluxe added as well, I already felt stupid for buying that.
Yeah,
like,
if you bought digital deluxe and then you got Plus comes with the digital deluxe.
yeah,
so-
but like
Yeah,
the
it's
digital
$10.
deluxe already added nothing of worth. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of said in my review, like one of the worst things I can feel when buying an extra is to feel stupider for having bought it, and it's like that it did that for me. Like I feel like
Yep.
my money would have been better spent making a donation to Peter or buying an NFT. Like that's bad.
Who's Peter?
Peter.
Peter,
My horse is here.
Peter?
the
Yeah.
horse is here.
Holy fuck.
The horse. I love
horse
that
is
episode's
here.
so fucking stupid because like just the horse walking like it's already in the house, you would hear it coming. Like you would know the horse was there.
Oh my god, guys, welcome to Garrulous64. Today I just found a plot hole in Family Guy, and we're gonna talk all
Family
about
Guy.
it. Be sure to hit subscribe and hit the like button if you want to hear about
Why do
more
I
Family
sound
Guy
like
plot
Family
holes.
Guy all of a sudden?
Dear Family Guy bastards,
Like,
you're making
subs,
bad
hatred,
episodes.
all that stuff.
You know what
Badly
really grinds
written.
my gears?
You know what really grinds my gears? When Family Guy isn't written very well by the bastards who write it.
Oh, so the
They're
more recent
totally
stuff.
not respecting the world of the show and the canon.
there's
so we're
such
talking
a-
about like the more recent seasons, because I don't think it's written very well.
I mean, the horse
I don't
episode
know.
is not
I
a
have
recent
no idea.
season. That's like 50 years ago.
I know, but you were saying when the show's not written very well by the bastards who write it. So I'm like, so
These bastards write better.
yeah.
Modern Family Guy is kind of, I think, overblown by the internet. I think. Now,
Modern
hear me out.
Family?
Hear
I
me
think
out.
it's underblown.
The problem with the Modern Family Guy is not that it's all bad. It's more a consistency issue. Like, it used to be reliably every episode would be really good and really funny, but it's like once you got past like season 9, it was like you're gonna get some stinkers, and like the stinker to good episode ratio got higher. But I tell you what, it's never been that there's more stinkers than good episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Every season
agree.
has given me at least a handful of episodes that I enjoyed as much as the older ones. But it's, I will say as well, though, like, the pacing of the humor's definitely slowed over the years, but I wouldn't call it bad. I'd just say it's a much more inconsistent show than it used to be.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I disagree. No.
Maybe you're just a fucking Seth MacFarlane hater.
Yeah, I actually hate him.
Your favorite episode was the one with Rush Limbaugh, because you love Rush Limbaugh.
Go ahead and spread your
What?
two left wings.
That was a really bad idea for an episode, man. Like, I don't know what
That
they were
was
thinking
so
with that.
dumb. It turned Brian into like the biggest Rush Limbaugh simp.
Yeah, but it's like, hi, I'm a liberal writing a
Hiya,
fun
Rush.
comedy TV series. Here's my best friend Rush Limbaugh and why you should actually think he's kind of cool. It's like, no, fuck you. Fuck
Hiya,
Rush
Rush.
Limbaugh. I'm glad he's dead. Fuck him.
Rest in piss, you will not be missed.
Yeah, dickhead. All right, well, anyway, next super chat, Borker.
I forgot we were doing super chat.
I feel like I'm no longer rejecting the fucking tangents at this point because they're fun. Okay,
Yeah.
I think is it me now? Is it me I'm looking for? Am I the one?
Yeah, I
It's
think
you
it's
know.
it's you.
I'm just the guy, you know? So, KB,
Chill guy.
our generous friend KB, sends $1.99. The no food and waifu room. No, it needs to be the no food and no
No.
waifu room, because it makes it sound like there's no food, but there is waifu. And if there's a waifu, there's food, because you can eat the waifu. I'm
I like the
referring.
implications of that. Actually,
No, I'm
I don't like-
referring to
That's not,
oral.
it's not even an implication, Trey. It's
I'm-
cannibalism.
I'm referring to cunnilingus, you fucking freak.
Well, that
Well,
does
that's
not
what I was
satiate
refer-
you. That does not heal you in any way.
It doesn't, but you can at least enjoy a snack.
Ugh.
We're going to
You're so
Flavor
real for
Town.
that, pup. You're
God,
so
I'm-
real for that.
Food.
It is food.
Remember, men, use the tongue that you have. They will appreciate it.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother. Me and my
What's the
no
next
bitches. All 0 of my bitches love it when I go down on them.
all 0.
It's actually like -1 because that's just yeah.
Like that Godzilla movie.
Yeah. Borker. And this is the final super chat, and it's going to Frank of all people. Jesus.
Oh, well, fuck you then.
What does that mean?
You know, Frank,
The hell does that mean?
Dylan, Trey, they're not really the all-stars, are they? It's just like, you know, like that.
What
You know,
the-
Pup, Virgin Airlines, you know.
Okay,
really
all
telling
right,
of his- of
fine,
who he is.
fine,
It's
fine,
too late,
fine.
Pup. He's latched onto this one. It's
In-
gonna
in-
stick.
Enjoy it. It will stick like my virginity. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I have an ex. It was just on there, you know. It's gonna take
Look.
more than that.
Look, you can call your Xbox whatever you want to call it, okay?
I was referring to my social media, actually.
Frank's on fire today.
Frank, read the fucking super chat, man. Oh, he's on fire because in California. Well done. Very tasteful.
Oh,
God damn it.
that's not what I meant.
Mr. Krabs with the $1.99 US. Also, I forgot it's Wario Time Friday.
There
Hell
you
yeah.
go. He
Already
got it out
time
of his
Friday.
system. Oh god. Oh fuck. You know what this means? End of the show. He's here.
Skellington.
It's not Skellington. It's Skeleton.
Skellingtor.
Skellington.
Skeleton.
Skellingtor.
Skellington.
Skellington.
So actually, fun fact. I was playing VR chat with Stupid Lit and Tom Topics the other day, I should.
Okay.
It's amazing how when Lit's in the conversation, Tom Topics is no longer stupid or evil or anything.
Yeah,
But,
no, like there's like a hierarchy of who
yeah,
you
like Tom will get
respect or
relentlessly bashed unless Lit is around, in which case
Yeah.
it will be Lit. This is why Tom should hang out with Lit more often. See? There you go,
This
Lit.
is
I
why
made you a
Tom
friend.
and
I helped.
Lit should always be here when I'm on the podcast. That way, it's not me.
It's not you
On the,
anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
When it's just us, I just...
Oh,
Going.
okay. Wait. Let's say we do the VR chat thing for the
Oh, yeah.
podcast, right? How are we gonna do the skeleton?
We
Okay,
have
again,
someone run in as the skeleton.
No, this is what I was actually...
we just
No, this is what I
we
was
just
bringing
put a
up.
black background on, just have someone else as a skeleton, just
No, this
run
is,
around.
This
and
is
just
what
do
I
it.
was bringing up, motherfuckers, is that, like,
Okay.
so I was in the little room where you can choose your outfit. I call it the skin bin. And,
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I found a skeleton one, and I was just like, this is the first official Sunset
Oh
City
shoot! Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
VR
Yeah,
chat
you
thing.
have a skeleton run in.
A skeleton. It's skeleton.
Yeah, skeleton.
Yeah.
You don't get to come in here and rename my shit, okay?
We're not renaming it. We're just saying exactly what you're saying. It's skeleton.
Not skeleton. Skeleton.
Oh,
That's what we're
Glen's
saying.
name.
Pup.
You're not saying that. You're saying skellington, like Jack Skellington.
Oh, well, look, you just said the same
That-
thing twice.
What are you talking about?
All right, look, I've typed it out in the back rooms. Read that out loud.
Okay.
Skellington.
Let me
Dylan's
go.
blocked.
Hold on.
I'm dyslexic.
Skellington. Yeah, I don't see the issue.
There's no G
Right,
in
can
it.
you read-
There's no
can you read
N
that?
in it until the end. Like,
What? There is an N. It's at the end.
I said until. Oh my god. All right, look, let's just quit. All right, look, what's next?
Skeleton.
Okay.
What's
well,
next? Someone needs to outro us.
Hey,
well, we need to
Frank,
ask what all people are doing.
Yeah,
And
that's why I
their
said
endeavors.
someone. That's what the outro is.
Okay. Well, like,
I'm
I'll do
hungry.
it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do
really
it.
hungry. I'm so hungry.
We'll go.
Frank.
Yeah, no, same here. I'm gonna go eat some like Waffle House or something.
So hungry.
Ooh,
Waffle House is good. I don't care what
Very
anyone
hungry.
says. But
sounds good.
let's go down the table. Dylan, what have you been up to lately?
Hi, I've been streaming a lot. I might stream later today, but this stream is taking a lot out of me, so maybe tomorrow.
Streaming
fair
a lot
enough.
of tears, you big emotional silly Billy.
I've got 12 emotions. I've got so many.
I got 12 emotions as your arms just like fly up like
I got 12
huzzah!
emotions.
I got 12 emotions.
Yes, I'm streaming over on the Garrulous64 YouTube channel and Twitch.
Yeah.
And it's been
Wow,
fun. We've just been
really
doing what we want to do.
varying
Just
it up.
chilling.
Posting to Garrulous64 again instead of a different account. Wow, such variety.
That's the one he gets paid on,
It's
pup. What are you
I
talking
know
about?
is
I'm
the one.
fucking around. I'm just being a mean man.
I know
The
you
only
are.
one.
I know you are gorgeous.
I'm hungry. Thank you. Beautiful.
But yeah. What all are you streaming? Do you know what you're streaming?
No, I just gotta do whatever I want to do. I've been playing Pikmin. and
Ooh. That
some other
sounds fun.
things. Yeah, the new ROM hack came out. I play a lot of mods and ROM hacks, and it's very, very chill, very, very vibey kind of streams.
You know, you
Heck
should
yeah.
call yourself Pikmin because you like pick the minimum amount of goodness to be.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
I thought it was
because
gonna be a gay thing.
Yeah, I
Because
thought it was
of
gonna be a
being
gay joke. I thought you were gonna say because he picks men.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nah. I'm kind of
Yeah.
above that
don't
kind of humor,
don't go
man.
and say that joke is beneath you. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I love how
man.
it's like that joke's beneath me, and then Frank's like, "No, it's not. Don't even say it.
bullshit.
Don't do
Right,
that."
that's
Don't
it,
fucking
Frank.
lie
You're
to
going
us.
in the no food room, man. Like, I
No,
can't
it's
take
not the
this
no
anymore.
food and no waifu room. What the fuck?
Whoa! No food, no waifu.
And no skibbity either. Sorry.
I don't
Oh,
give a shit about that.
skib.
I don't give a shit about that.
No skib.
Look, I
There's no
can
skip?
deal with the no skibbity because I don't give a shit. I could deal with the no food for a while, but no waifu. Seriously, what's up with you? You're a monster.
Now you know my anger.
Yeah, but yours is just from being a virgin.
Yeah,
Airline
that's not his
flyer.
fault. Like, what are you talking about?
Why is
I think
this...
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Why is this the new insult?
Anyways,
Don't you know I'm
Dylan, that
drowning in
sounds super.
bitches?
Huh?
Don't you know I'm drowning in bitches?
Oh,
Drowning
I
in
know.
punani?
But,
What about you would have a higher risk of also drowning in STDs.
No,
Ugh.
because I only
No,
like
no.
clean women, and that's no shame to anyone that actually does have that. That's a terrible affliction to have. I'm realizing that I'm talking myself into a hole. So yay, finally losing my virginity.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
All right. Well, on to you, Pup, actually. What have you been up to lately?
I really hope my sister doesn't ever listen to this show.
I don't
Well,
think- I don't think she would listen this far in.
yeah, you're right.
wouldn't.
But yeah, no. So
I think we're safe. I think we're
haven't-
safe.
okay, excellent. I haven't uploaded in a hot minute because I've been figuring out a work-life balance thing. But
January.
we're there. And so I am currently working on a video about who could be Batman in the DCU. So
Ooh, okay.
the DC Comics universe, by the way, guys. So yeah, like that's my kind of next thing, and the answer may surprise you because there's actually some facts involved in this, but we'll see.
Back at 'em.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed.
The answer may shock you.
You know, you
The
could actually
answer.
make like you know, you can make like a food for bees thing and call it BuzzFeed.
I guess you could. Yeah.
I think that we would have to get the trademark for it, and I don't think we're gonna get that for a while.
We'll steal it.
No, we just wait for
Steal
them to
the
go out of business.
Declaration of Independence.
We wait for them to file for bankruptcy, and then we just buy it really cheap.
Okay. I can see that working.
Okay, Nimbus. I'm gonna say this. Not buzzed weed. It just be buzzweed.
Bust weed. Let's go.
Buzzed weed. But okay, that sounds exciting, Pup. And I can't wait to see that.
Not a
Trey,
single
what do you
bit of sarcasm detected, man. Fuck's sake. We know you hate Batman, Trey. We know
What?
you
No,
hate
I don't hate Batman. What the fuck?
You like the Joker?
I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm the
but
Joker.
but gotta be frank. What have you been up to?
I've been working on the Sword Art Online video. I was supposed to finish the Sonic Generations
Yeah.
one, but
Yeah.
apparently the service that I was watching Sword Art Online will be removing it on Saturday. So it's like, oh shit, I gotta switch to this real quick. So that way I can have all
Oh,
the
shit.
notes.
It's like I guess you picked a good time for it.
Yeah. Also, I have brought back my VTuber YouTube channels, so I've been streaming there and on Twitch. The first one played like 2 Sonic fan games and a Mario 64 ROM hack. On the second stream, I played Pokemon Blue, and later today I'm
Nice.
going to be playing Fortnite as Hatsune Miku.
I've
Ooh,
just
Let's
fucking
go.
realized something.
Hell
I've
yeah.
Fucking realized something.
What?
What's up?
Okay.
What's this?
So the previous Sunset City lineup comprised of a dog, a fucking VTuber, a silly little goober guy, and a guy with a beard. And the new Sunset City lineup has a VTuber in it. This is wonderful. Which means, yeah, we got a
That's
silly
almost
little
been
guy.
like-
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh,
So-
keep going, sorry.
Are you saying okay? So let me make this clear. You're saying that your Pup, as you've always been,
No, I'm the dog.
Dylan is Wayne's boss. I'm Nick, and God be frank is Cirrus.
Yeah, the problem with you, though, Trey, is that you're far too upbeat to be Nick.
I'm far too happy.
You're
I'm far
not
too happy to be
nearly
Nick.
miserable enough, like...
No, I will
Oh
say
no, Nick.
nah. Nick is a joyous man sometimes, but he the thing is he's very
Nick's happy
uh
all the time.
yeah.
Nick pretends to be grumpier than he really is.
He's
Like,
really no. He's a sweetheart. and I
when
love
you
hanging
throw
around
him
man
him.
into the
energy in a
social
good way.
situations, he's dancing for no reason, and
Yes.
he's just a happy guy. Like,
That's true. He's a very joyous man. You take him outside of like fandom stuff, which is like
yeah,
for everybody.
Yeah,
to
like
be
just
fair.
take him outdoors, and he's a social creature. You know, like.
Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah. I'll just try to be more cynical. And you know what I'll do on this new model? I'll just like point like the top of my glasses down a little bit. That way it looks like angry eyebrows. You know.
You
so
also
like,
need to have your hands in your pockets
Yeah.
as well.
Well, I have a
mean, you stole
funny
his jacket,
I have a
so-
funny joke about that. So give me a minute. I'll send you the updated.
I have realized that
reaction
I've
images.
done the old cliche thing of my guy's got his arms folded, and you know the PNG tuber means business when he folds his arms.
I love that meme so much. It's like, oh shit, the PNG tuber, he's folding his arms. No, oh no.
Trey, what are you up to?
I am prepping to go to MagFest next week, so that's been fun.
Oh,
I've been doing a lot more music. I finished up a vocal, actually a vocal commission today, so you'll probably hear that before the month ends, which is great. And I also finished something for Wayne as boss, and I'm gonna be hanging out with
Wait,
hanging
you
out with all
finished
of
it?
them.
You fucking finished it?
Yeah, I did.
It
I'll
only
send
took
I'll
you
send it to you.
10 years. God damn it, Trey.
Okay, first of all, I was depressed, so give me a minute.
I remember
Like,
Wayne telling me that he was commissioning you.
Yeah, no. Well, it happened, and like it's finished, but we're trying to make it work within the video. That way, he doesn't get like copyright struck by Toei because they're being
Also,
a little weird
viewers,
about it.
just don't let that stop you from commissioning Trey. He will deliver in a timely manner. In the
Hey,
future.
I like nowadays. I'm well. That was like a New Year's resolution where I'm just being more timely with releasing music in general because I just like being able to release music.
He's changed.
And it's happening, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, no, that's
Good.
done, and got some more stuff in the works. I hope I can actually release some music before I go to MagFest. But if I can't, then like I'm hitting the ground running as soon as I get back. So
Oh, it's a Smash Mouth remix. And you
a
hit the
Smash
ground
Mouth
running.
remix.
It
Wait, which
makes sense
song?
to live for fun.
Which
Also-
Smash Mouth song?
He goes, I hit the ground running.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
It did make sense not to
You just
live
said
for
that.
fun.
It's
Yeah.
literally...
Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. You're right.
You just fucking said that, Trey. Yeah.
That did. It's like Dylan's just like, please get my joke. What the fuck's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
I was like, why is this? I was like, I was like, fuck, I failed something. I messed something up.
No, you didn't. You didn't mess up. I'm just stupid. You're fine.
The
You're
skeleton's
perfect.
been here for a while, huh? I'm very hungry.
Yeah. But anyways, that's all that I'm really doing at the moment. I'm gonna record some stuff with my band tomorrow as well, and hopefully we can get that stuff
Good luck.
done like before March. And I hope the skeleton doesn't eat us. I
That'd be
said it
great.
right this time.